Good evening, you beautiful little piggies and swinies. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 19 of Dykes Mann. It's a beautiful thing, kiddos. Carl, the man is running a little bit late. He's got some issues with his bowels. He's pooing everywhere. But he shouldn't be too long, my dear, beautiful listeners. You fantastic people. So this isn't officially a start. This is basically just me having a little mumble and a stumble and a ramble until Carl comes. When he comes in, it will officially start, and then we'll play the official traditional introduction music to Of Dykes Mann. Fantastic behaviour. While you're here, please please subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I'm going to drink more beer and my liver's going to collapse into an epiphany of blackness. Do you understand me? Fantastic. Excellent. Great. So I had a bit of time earlier on coffee with the dog, the D-O-double-G-Y, the doggy pucky motherfuckers. So good little chat with the dog. I was putting fires out everywhere. I was doing a bit of barbecue with my boy and his friends. It was all going well. Sorting out the dog. Poor bastard's having his little balls cut off in a couple of weeks' time. Also, reminds me, like and subscribe to Of Dykes Mann. Otherwise, I'm going to come and cut your balls off. I'm going to come and take your genitalia and put them in a pickle glass. I'm going to put a nice ribbon around them as well. So Christmas time, you can hand it out to like relatives and shit. So rather than buying stuff from Amazon, you can just go, hey, there's some pickled uterus and some pickled balls, to give to a loved one. It's a Christmas present because, he didn't sign up to the Dykes Mann podcast. He didn't like the Of Dykes Mann podcast, or Oh Damn It has become quite commonly called now as well. So just like and sub, and away we go. But again, when Carlito Brigante, when he comes back on the podcast in a few minutes' time, we're going to erase this from our memories. We're just going to go into the intro music. I'm just going live because, I thought, why not? Why not? You know what I mean? It's like, it's the only podcast I have. It's a co-host and one with a friend and comic genius of mine, Carl Mann. And I'm just like, I ride on the tailcoats of other people's success, right? It's what I do. It's what I'm good at doing. I'll continue to be good at it as well. There's a motorbike going past. I hope you crash into a post, you twit. And hey. Shouldn't be too long now, guys. He's in. Give the guy a break, right? He's in Brazil, right? Why should he rush? To get from a lovely, beautiful, poolside with senoritas around to come and speak to me and entertain like pigs and swines like you. It's just, why would he do that? Is he gonna rush? No. Would I? No. Like, anyone in their fucking right mind wouldn't do so. But hey ho, here we are. That's just the way things go. Who's in the comments? Anyone in the comments, yeah? Let's check out the comments. Oh, Kev, you beautiful bastard. Kelly. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Thank you, Gino. Thanking you, eh? Pigs. Yes, Kev. Pigs. Next time you take your drone out, boy, take her on a big pig farm. You're about to pick up some fucking dodgy things happening in pig farm. I bet Matt Nabble got some serious stories to tell about pig farms, right? Because he talks about being connected to the mafia and stuff. Those bodies just don't just disappear. They get fed to the pigs. You know what I mean? All the piggies are here. I'm glad all my piggies are here. The swans and the piggies. Yeah. Say everything if we're going to not remember. Fuck it. You know what I mean? 9/11 is an inside job and the world probably is flat. We can just we can go from there. Cool. Carl messaged, almost baby. He's gonna be jumping in soon, Kitty Winkles. I promise. It's not gonna just be me like shit showing this whole thing. I fucking promise you. I promise you. It's not gonna be happening, huh? But Yeah, so I don't know if anyone heard earlier, but my dog Hanky Boy's having his bowl snipped in a couple of weeks, right? 18th of August. He had his pre-op today. They done their thing. They fondled his balls like fucking mince and beef, pork balls. It's like, oh, poor boy. He knew what was happening. So I wasn't there, but the way Keely was describing it was, he was. They gave him the ball fondling the product they asked. He knew why he was there, man, and he knew for a fact it was going to be like shit. I am having my balls cut off in a few weeks, and I wouldn't do that to another human being, but apparently it's acceptable to do it to dogs. You know what I'm saying? Wrong. Hey, Dean, what's going on, brother? What's going down, son? We got you gaggles here. Commercial. Yeah, that's why you can't fly over commercial feeds, right? Because you're going to see what they're feeding your food source. And when you see what they're feeding your food source, you ain't going to eat that same food source anymore. It's I'm just saying, this is like, might be conspiracy theory stuff. The illegals that come into a country that never go away. I'm just saying they might or might not end up pig farms. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a fact. That's what I've heard. I might be wrong. I don't think I am. I think it's true. But hey ho, what's going on? Chill out. Smoke a bong. I can't smoke a bong because I can't do weed. It goes to my head. Carl is here. I'm gonna bring him into the stream. There he is. Oh.
Peace be with you, brothers and sisters.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Officially,
namaste right down your dick hole.
The podcast hasn't officially started yet, so hold your pants, Carl. I'm gonna put the intro song on, and we're gonna start like this never happened.
Let's go. Let's forget about it.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to Dykes Mann. Please like and subscribe. 7:44. I don't know what's happened then. Hey, I think I had a mental fucking breakdown when he was gone. I think I fucking did. So this is where the conversation went, okay? We need illegals here. One of us gonna do those jobs. And we're all too weak and soft to pick produce all day in a hot field. Spot on, man. It's the same in the UK, right? They decided to implement a great idea called Brexit, and then no one can pick the fucking fruit and veg anymore because no one wants to do it. You need foreign workers. Anyway, hey ho, like and subscribe, children. Carlos, how are you doing, buddy? How's it going?
We're good. I'm pretty sweaty. I just was I was belting down a road, and it was further than I thought to get back. And my slow trip back to my country, the greatest country on earth. I'm coming back to lead for my Union. I will be buying a Union Jack tie, and I will be returning in a few days. But I've started my journey, my long journey. I'm been in a cool place for a couple of days. I haven't been for years. I was only here one day before, chilling. Putting things in things and eating acai and food and beer. And then today, one more chill out day. Tomorrow, start to head back.
Hell yes. So when you come back, where you? So you're flying from obviously Brazil, but where's your end destination? Is it London, Bristol,
London Heathrow, baby?
Nice, sweet man.
Well, I believe there's been months of disruption, but it won't affect me because my life doesn't get affected by any of that shit. I'm gonna walk in like fucking Jesus. If my bags aren't there, I'll just leave. I don't give a shit.
Just leave. Just walk out. Yeah. Just walk out and just let someone else take home the 12 kilos of dildos. You know what I mean? It's no problem.
Well, hopefully the coke will be up my arse.
Hopefully.
What annoys me about some places, right? They have a little work desk, but there's a light blindingly behind them. So that's a shit light in here. That's a little bit better. You can see my sweatiness from that angle. But then I've got to hold the laptop in the air, which isn't ideal. There are people in the chat. Let me organise a makeshift desk.
Do it, man. Organise a makeshift desk. I think people are just glad to have you here because I was just literally a mumbling, shouty, messed up mess. Kind of like I was on Coffee with the Dog earlier. I just rambled and mumbled. And,
this is my desk.
Nice desk, man. That's a big ass bag. I got a roof rack for a car. It's smaller than that motherfucker.
So I carry that around and then I strap another one to me as well. So I'm just fucking lurching about. But it's keeping the calf muscles going, keeping the legs in order.
Yeah. So you hear it live on the Dykes Mann podcast. Carl use strap-ons. That's official. Carl uses strap-ons.
I do. Yeah. Why not? If you can't,
Yeah.
We've got Dean in the chat. Hello, Dean. Nice to see you again.
Yo, Dean.
I know if you say a word against it, you'll be in trouble as well.
Yeah.
I have, however, thought about wearing a dress for comedy because then I might get somewhere.
Well, Nicky Wire wears a dress when he's gigging with the Man Street Preachers, right? And he pulls it off. So there's room. Hell yes.
Oh, babies have got a mini bar for me. If you think I'm paying for whatever I take out of here, you are mistaken. Jamie, you can tell your wife, I've never got caught. I've done about 12 of them.
I know. I've been giving her like chapter and verse of your journeys, and she's like, I like your style.
I think what it is, they know they rip people off so much, they just put it down to a bit of a loss because most people will check out. I did today because I needed them to take care of my bags, so I've moved.
Yeah.
If I don't need them to take my bags, I'm just walking out the door with the keys, and you can fucking pay for the overpriced water yourself. It's not expensive for me, but for Brazilians it is. It's the equivalent of they're probably charging me £6 or £7 a water or Kit Kat or whatnot, and I'll just take as much as I can.
Yeah, I think the problem is, what's that film? Midnight Express, with the guy ends up he's in Turkey and what's that?
Sorry to interrupt you. This is Galamata. It's a beautiful, just soft drink. It's a Brazilian fruit, but this drink is like crack. You can buy it in the UK, but it's literally like £10 a can on the import.
Why? Is it like Rubicon or something, or is it just like
I don't know? It's just whatever fruit Galamara is. It's the it's phenomenal.
One of my favorite drinks to have I love Rubicon. Rubicon is a outstanding fucking drink, man. And I've never tried it with a vodka, but I reckon Rubicon, the many flavors they have, would be fantastic in a cocktail or something.
Well, I used to love Vimto, the squash version and the fizzy version. That'd be all right in a cocktail.
Vimto's good stuff, man. I can get some of those. But I was just thinking, like, you're going to end up like that guy from Midnight Express at the airport, but rather than having like kilos of hashish, whatever, strapped on his waist, you're going to be there with like unpaid bar tabs and room service tabs, and you're going to end up in a Brazilian prison for your unpaid room service charges. And
that's where it's going to end, isn't it?
That's where it's going to end, man. And I've
got past the faking documents for the federal police to get a visa extension. Allegedly for comedy, and then I'm gonna get caught on taking chocolate milk and fucking melting Kit Kats from the Friggy bar.
That's the downfall, man. That's where you're gonna be. How did they get you? Was it all this? No, it wasn't. None of this. It was all like just
It's never the high crimes. They didn't get Capone on any crimes. They got him for tax, right?
Tax evasion, yeah.
Tax evasion,
yeah. But his tax evasion was. It wasn't like a vast years. Wasn't it just like a couple of years? It wasn't like, you've been avoiding tax.
I can't remember the details, but I don't think it was that much. Yeah, it was a bit.
It was a technicality on his. We can get him on this. So okay, he didn't pay tax.
I guess they knew everything he had done, so they just kind of like gave him max.
Yeah, they're gonna do that, aren't they? Yeah, it's they're gonna. He wasn't a nice guy. I had nothing but respect for him. But
Listen, I thought I backed away. I backed away responsibly to stop showing you my ass. But
it was a bit of boxer short. You could see a bit of underwear. That's all you could see. I couldn't see any crap.
There we go. Yeah. Well, It's been a sweaty couple of days for this underwear, let me tell you. I just kept it on because yesterday I thought, well, I'm going to get sweaty again, and the same today.
Yeah.
So what have I done today? I had breakfast in the hotel. I moved places for a specific reason, which I won't go into on air. I've been moving around less. So I can't get caught in some situations.
Yeah.
And then I had a half a beer and then water, and I just had a lovely acai bowl, like a big fucking thing of acai, strawberries, coconut, granola, fucking milk powder in there. It's phenomenal. I didn't post a picture because I didn't want you to think that was why I was late. That wasn't why I was late.
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah, but I covered this just before you come on. I said, look, he's in fucking Brazil. If you're anywhere in the world, you're entitled to be late when you're in Brazil.
It is the national culture being late. I think that's the most cultural thing.
Carl is basically going by the philosophy of, when in Rome, only in Brazil.
Yeah.
He'd be rude if he would. If Carl turned up early for this podcast, he would be going against Brazilian culture. Therefore, banged up, and you wouldn't see him for years. And I respect.
Well, I turned up early for the one with Mind Dog the other day. And you know what? He told me I'd never do it. So I said $50. Now he liked the tweet. I'm taking that tweet as an acceptance of the bet, which I won. Because not only was I in there early, I started dead on 6 or 2.
You started dead on, yeah. I think I caught about half of that. And then I had to take fuckface for a walk. And I ain't talking about Keely. I'm talking about Hank.
But, to be honest, I nearly fucked up. I was going to make it 40 minutes. But I just started enjoying, after about 40 minutes, you just started to enjoy the conversation.
Yeah.
And then I was late. I had to get across a fucking 40-minute Uber to get to a bus. Oh, luckily the Uber driver really understood. When he accepted the call, excuse me, when he that was that beautiful acai repeating on me. When he accepted the call, he was in his fucking house. He was just at home. He goes, "I'm coming, but I'm at home." And I was like, "Well, I need to be there at 4." And he goes, "That's right. I got to go there. I got to put my car in the garage. But are we going to get there in this car?" I waited quite a while for him, but to be fair to him, when he got on the road, he was fucking doing illegal stuff and taking dodgy shortcuts and stuff. So he did get me there on time.
Yeah, he rode through a fucking a camp, an immigration camp, just to get you where you were.
We rode through a road diversion, but we weren't allowed to go. I went down this dirt track, and then he hammered off right. I thought, where are we going? And he just piled back onto the road we weren't allowed down. He just avoided the people at the top, and then just sort of managed to get around the signs and stuff and up. So he took a few minutes off there. Yeah, so fair play to him. And then I made it 3 hours. And then I've been having a nice time since I got here. I'm in an area called Bar de Tijuca. And beers, cocktails, some really nice food. Had a fucking beansy filet mignon thing. Oh, no, it wasn't filet, it was a beef mignon.
Filet mignon.
I would never buy it normally, but I thought I'd fucking just go for it.
Beautiful.
Still cheap. And then tonight will be the same. Can I just rewind? I don't want to make this all about me. I'll give you a
Please do. Please rewind. Go on.
So, I went for a Mexican the other night, and it was one of the best things I've had in a long time. So much food. I just got a thing of nachos to share, right? But it was fucking this big.
That's the fucking the film you shared the clip of the
the guys, because they were fucking doing that to every table, which was fine. I was getting into it. Booze,
that's phenomenal.
And then loads of sauces, burritos. I had half a chicken burrito and half a chili one. Out of this world. But when the food arrived, there's no way we can eat all this, and then we did. But it tasted so fucking good.
Oh, man. Honestly, when you put the video up, and I just look at the food, was just this is it just looks incredible. It just looks like you had the best set. You had one bottle of beer, you had your fucking tablet out or whatever, your phone, and then you had...
that's their menu actually. It was on a tablet.
Oh, really?
It's on the table. So you pay, you order the waiter on there, you order more shit all on the tablet. So
shit, man, that's fucking that's a good way to do it. So everything is set up on that tablet for that table, and it's all that's cool.
Yeah, you don't need to call anyone. You literally press a button and they'll come. It's super. Yeah, Brazil's got a lot of that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's quite futuristic shit. I mean, that's the way forward. I reckon it's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of that, and yeah, it's all right. I mean the whole deal cost for two people cost me like 30 quid,
Yeah.
and it was a masses of food and beers, and they charge you for the band and stuff, but it was like £1.20, so it was like
I fuck
fine.
all. Yeah, but would you rather that or a fucking jukebox playing some Ariana Grande's latest bollocks? You'd rather the live band walking around doing the
Oh,
fucking.
they were going to each table, and it was like someone. It was a couple of people's birthdays, so people were up fucking dancing, and everyone
Yeah.
claps. I was getting involved in the clapping, except when they were at my table, I felt a bit stupid, so I just filmed them. I was like, yes,
I
yes,
just want to
yes, lad.
eat. Yeah. Yeah. I've
Because
only ever experienced that once. It was years ago. We went to Mallorca. I've been to Mallorca and Menorca, but whatever island this was at that time. There was we was eating food like midday, and the band come over and play. It was fucking incredible. Like it just adds to the experience, you know. It's like it gives them more like an authentic feel to it, and you just give them a couple of fucking euros, and it's like away you go. But it's
oh
nice. It
yeah,
was
yeah, I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all.
really good. It was a beautiful thing.
They
Like,
did they did it right. They weren't up all. They were on the stage for a while, and then they were quiet for a while, and then went around the tables. They were doing, they weren't too annoying, and yeah, the food was so good. I was like, this, I just can't. You could come in here and like tell me you've just stabbed my mum in the tits and she's dead, and I'll be like, I'm upset, but this
right.
food is so fucking good. I'm
Yeah,
gonna finish it, clap the band, and then I'm gonna go and cry about my mum after.
yeah. But after you've had a few beers and then slept with a prostitute, and then
Yeah, I'm gonna get the most out of this.
shit, mum's dead, she's been stabbed by a cunt, and then it's fine. You got to embrace the experience, you know. But at the time,
Yeah, guacamole. That was awful.
Guacamole.
The guacamole was good. The sauces were good. They had habanero, chipotle, jalapeno sauce as well to add to it. Just
nice.
The nachos was a meal. The nachos was dinner on its own, and then the fucking burritos after. But yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That was my Mexican experience.
I've been like thinking of your promised date with me in Edinburgh to go to a Mexican restaurant. It's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. If you make it to Edinburgh at that time, but that
Well, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my absolute fucking best to make it there.
if I need to let you know where that restaurant is, and I'm gonna.
I paid through my ass to get home early, and I've doing my best. I will get up there. I just don't know. It depends what situation I'm in when I go. That might be destitute, but I'll do my best to get to that Mexican. It is on a street called Rose Street, which is parallel to Prince's Street, which is where you can see the castle from. And it's just full of bars. It's full of bars and restaurants and good times.
Beautiful.
And probably vomit and piss at night in Edinburgh as well.
That's what I'm counting on, because I want to be in Edinburgh. I want to feel the taste of Cardiff. You know, I want to go to Edinburgh, but I want to feel like I'm home. So if it's fat slags,
you get a bit of that there. It's still full of fucking absolute piss heads and fat fucking pigs.
Yeah. Good. I just need like something to cling on to. You know, that will be like my constant. You know, it's like to be there. Is that if you're time traveling, you got to have like a constant to hold on to reality as your time. So Edinburgh, if I see a fat, blurring, spewing, pissed up pig, that will be my constant, my grip on my reality. You know, it'll be there.
And they're Scottish as well. On top of that, so it's even worse.
Well, yeah, we talk the same when we drunk. So yeah, that's good. Happy fucking
pasta. I've got my fucking kebab on my tits.
Hey, lick the fucking sauce off, Jimmy, will you cunt? Hey. Oh, have you? I don't know did I tell you? Did I? Hank had a pre-op today.
Trans.
Yeah, at 18th of August, he's having his balls cut off, man.
So you'll get him in the dog school or the dog comedy world, nice and easy.
Yeah, those big, juicy Hank balls are going to be gone. So yeah,
can you get them put in a jar with formaldehyde and send them to me, please?
That's exactly what I was going to do. Yeah, I before you jumped on the pod, I said we're going to do like preserved genitalia, women's uteri, and men's bollocks, and we're going to pick.
I don't know much about formaldehyde, but I imagine you can take it out once a month just to hold them again and then put them back in.
Yeah, that's either way. But I said what we can do is if you if you are in a family and you like and subscribe and your family members don't like and subscribe to this podcast, their genitalia should be ours in a pickle jar. Give them away to Christmas as Christmas gifts, with a nice ribbon on, and then just take them up now and again and just play with. It's that's what I was going with.
It's merch. It's part of the merch plan.
It is merch. It's like Hannibal the Cannibal merch shit, but it's merch nonetheless. It's merch, all the way, baby.
It's starting to cool down now. The air's on. The girl and I was working. I got a couple of little beers in the minibar, which I might dig into as well.
Beautiful. You got plans tonight, though, yeah? You got plans later on.
Yeah, I've been up. To be honest, I've had plans the last three days, but I just don't want to be pissed today, but because I've been getting up so fucking early. I'm up again early tomorrow. I got up at 5:30 today. It's just fucking circus in a minute. But Saturday I can lie in, and then Sunday I fly. Got a little internal flight, and then I'm flying to London. Boom.
Nice.
There, so.
Nice.
So I will arrive in the UK at like lunchtime Monday. That's when I'll get there.
Nice. And I saw you've already got a last rites pod set up for October, New York, with a question mark.
I set those up like 6 months ago.
I only saw it earlier.
It's because they were on a long list basically. So I threw up.
Oh, shit, okay.
Months ago, I put up the Predator thing, a couple of other things that were in there for ages. One with Dave, one with this jolly kid, and then an Edinburgh one, and then the America stuff. That's been up there for a long time. It's just cut down the list. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing past Tuesday is certain.
I'm assuming you, me, and Brock are going to speak off here about this, but as far as the movie thought goes, are we gonna? It's gonna be like a Twitch thing or what? Are we gonna?
I don't know. We'll talk. We'll talk. Let's just talk.
No, and the reason why I mentioned that is because it sort of like segues nicely into my completing at the fucking madness the other day with I messaged you and Brock. I said, yeah, who's up for this fucking big Trouble in Little China Twitch thing with old grumpy mama? And Brock was like, that was yesterday. I was like, oh, okay.
It was not. I think you tweeted about something the other week as well. I go, oh, have a good time, and it was the day after.
Like, yeah. I was like, oh, because I was up. Because the thing is, I was actually up, and I wasn't tired, and I was like, oh, I've had a few drinks, but I wasn't pissed. I was drunk, but not steaming. And then I thought, oh, I'll fucking tune into this stream, Big Trouble in Little China. And Brock was like, that was yesterday. I was like, oh, fuck.
I got smashed whatever day it was, maybe Friday. No, Sunday. So I haven't been drinking too much. But Sunday, Brock was on. I thought, I've got a couple of beers in the fridge. I'll just start. I was going to go out. It's been a while. And I was like, right, get a few beers in with Brock. And then that finished. We went over to Lunchbox Chef, who's just a guy that serves pizza, but it's phenomenal and it's addictive. You fucking watch it and watch the pizza come out. I'm like, I'm into this. So I had a few more beers, did a beer run, then started to get wasted. And then I think, Grumpy Mama did Dillinger, the 72 movie, maybe a 70-something movie, which I sat and watched hammered.
Yeah.
And then I went out after and just drank a shitload of beer. I didn't eat anything all day, which was another mistake. I don't know how I'm learning this now. But at the end of the night, what I did, I went to Bob's Burgers and I got 2 meals. So I got 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 Cokes, got the Uber back. And all I remember is eating fries off the kitchen floor, straight off the floor.
Yeah.
So I assume that on some point I just dropped the food and then I'm not picking it up. So I put myself nearer the food. And then just ate from where it was.
Yeah, but that's common sense, though, surely. Because if you keep
actually, I'm not ashamed of it. It's logic because it's more time consuming and harder, and you down up.
Completely agree. Yeah, and if you would think about it this way, right? If you grabbed a plate and you swept it into the plate, then you're gonna collect all the dust and stuff. Yeah, just
getting all the other shit on it. And if I just put it in the bin, it's waste.
Yeah, so your method was pretty on par. I suppose.
Yeah. But it's just like there's a memory gap, and then there's just me on the floor eating chips off the floor. So
I think that you've done the right thing. I think anyone would would agree. I think that was the best thing anyone could have done. Just get closer to the food. It's like animal instinct kicks in, Man got to eat. It's like, eat off the floor. Saves the washing up. Cool.
I agree.
With you.
Yeah, Kelly, we're looking into all the options, and we're probably going to try a bunch of different ways with each film as well. So don't worry too much. But that will be the first podcast. This is the last pod in Brazil.
Yeah.
Unless I do something random. No, I won't really have time. So this will be it. I might check in from a fucking airport lounge or something, but this is the last one.
Where do you do the movie-thon from on Tuesday? Are you going to be able to do it?
Yeah, I've got Wi-Fi, baby. I'll be back in my temporary digs.
Yeah.
Somewhere northwest of London.
Nice.
A secret location.
Yeah. Can't be disclosed for legal purposes, but yeah, that's cool. All right.
So I'll have. It is quite close to where Jimmy Savile did a lot of his raping.
Well, end of the day, did you see what they were wearing? That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, movie.
What did they say though?
Predator. What? Who's good? In fact, what's the date now? Where are we? Because I'm just trying to think. So
28th.
So. Oh, nice. So look, Halen got a new rugby jumper, Dream Crusher. There we go. Give us a little twirl, Halen boy. Chicken.
Yeah, just behind.
Nice.
Nice. Well done, Halen. Nice one. I will be sending the entire family Dream Crusher shirts. I just haven't got around to it yet. Give me maybe for Christmas.
Whole Dream Crushers. Nice jumper though, bro. Nice jumper, son. So
nice one.
Podathon, movie-thon next Tuesday. What date's the movie-thon again?
You've just told me what day it is. It's Tuesday the 2nd, which is next Tuesday.
Oh, so yeah, Tuesday the 2nd, yeah. So I think, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Prey comes out that day.
Interesting. This was another idea I was having. We could do another mini video, which I'll test YouTube's copyright laws on, and we could do a reaction to the Prey trailer, just me, you, and Brock, as like a little
cool
3-minute,
yeah,
5-minute little quick stream. We could even do it on the same night, and just pre-record it, put it in the cam, do the movie watch, and then put the Prey thing out.
I think that's a good fucking show. Oh no, sorry, that's the 5th of August. That's out. Sorry, that's the 5th of August. So that's the Friday. But yeah,
the trailer's out anyway, so we can maybe still do that. That'll be quite good.
Do the trailer, definitely do the trailer. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Hasselhoff on the floor. What was that? I don't remember that one. I quite a lot of Hoff knowledge. In fact, he met his wife in the city of where I used to live and where Jamie does live.
Cardiff. Hell yeah.
Hasselhoff used to turn up to rugby games on the reg in Cardiff.
Yeah, wearing a David Hasselhoff mask. Do you know that?
Yeah.
He used to wear a David Hasselhoff mask and sit in the stands.
It's brilliant. It's literally brilliant. And then you take it off and they went, "It's the Hoff."
Yeah. Absolute fucking genius.
Yeah, Brazilian Cardiff is coming to an end for this period. I will be returning. Maybe not for this long, but I will be returning. But not yet. Probably next year. Yeah. Hank is in the house as well. Hey, Kelly and Kevin, and if I've missed anyone, I do apologise. Penicillin shot in your bum. No, the only thing that's going up there is condoms full of cocaine, but not
big ones like
STIs. Well, if you don't have a test, you can't get one, right?
Yeah, it's like COVID. Don't get a test, you ain't got COVID.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. No STIs going home. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Hasselhoff did that. I can't remember that one. I don't know why that passed me by. I will have to look it up.
I'm not sure the reference, but it sounds pretty fucking good, though. It's like I need to know that reference, definitely. Hey, David Hasselhoff, the Hoffmeister. Hell yeah!
So we can find. Oh no! Oh yes, I remember now. I've got it. I'll bring it up. I do remember these pictures. Well done, people, for remembering that. Let me just get this little tab up here.
Fucking spaced out like a cowboy.
This was basically me on Sunday, except he's in better shape.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but he's got a plate. Right. I didn't even have a plate. It was just on the floor.
Good fucking reference, guys. Nice. Amazing. So,
we got artwork.
Yeah.
Was that a GIF there? Look. Yeah, this was me.
Yeah, class. That's brilliant. The Hofmeister. Yeah, I like it. Look at the one in his fucking the Hoff.
Phenomenal.
Incredible. The guy's a fucking legend, right? The guy is like he's cheesy as fuck. But like in Germany, he's like Elvis Presley in Germany, isn't he? He's just like
Yeah, his music went ballistic. He's got a cover of the song that got really famous because of the Marvel movie Guardians, like "Hooked on a Feeling." Da, da, da.
yeah.
He did a cover of that in Germany, and the video is fucking hilarious. It's so low rent, but that was massive in Germany, like platinum or whatever the single things were at the time.
Oh, the guy's fucking he's the cheesiest like person around, but he's pretty cool and pretty laid back.
I like him. I got great nostalgia for Knight Rider. I watched a documentary about him and his daughters years ago.
Yeah, he's great.
He's live.
Great, yeah.
There might have been a burger. There were 2 burgers, and I don't know at what point I ate them. I might have ate one before the Uber and one after the Uber. But I think that was on the floor, but in the bag, in the takeout bag. I was sort of eating that there. I put the fries there on the floor.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, phenomenal. Yeah, well, in the UK as well, he was super popular. We had Knight Rider. Saturdays for me was
Saturday afternoons, isn't it? Like early PM. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had the days for me were like Airwolf at about 1.
Yeah, Airwolf 18 and
the 18 would come on, and then Knight Rider all on a Saturday.
The Hulk was on Sunday, I think it was.
Later on a Saturday, as I got a bit older, you had Gladiators, the British version.
Gladiators! Contestants! On my first whistle!
I saw the British one first, but then at like 1 a.m. on Channel 4 or something, you could see the US one. And sometimes I stay up and watch that one as well.
More brutal, I bet. Just fucking more roid injected.
A bit different steroided up hooers as well.
Yeah. Gladiators, you go on my first whistle.
Now, for me, yes, MacGyver was also a Saturday show. I think that was later. Again, it was on about 5:30, I believe, on ITV. But Quantum Leap was a Monday night. Yeah. Quantum Leap was Monday nights, 9 p.m. BBC 2. Don't fucking argue with me. I'm autistic about it. I used to watch that with great enthusiasm every week, especially when they made him. Do you remember when he quantum? So the premise, if people didn't see it, he was a scientist from 1999, I think. Scott Bakula, whatever, went back in time, but only in the mind. So he would leap into other people's bodies in like the 50s. Lee Harvey Oswald, whatever. But once he went into a retarded man, which was fucking grim.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So the effects was this blue shit, and then he'd leap back into the body, and then he'd always see himself. There was something that would happen that would confuse him, and then he'd look in the mirror and he'd be like, "Oh boy." Yeah. But I'm sure with the retarded one, he was like, "Oh boy."
Yeah. Do you remember the John Lennon one where he plays John Lennon Imagine on guitar?
Yeah.
But it's like before the song came out, he's just playing on guitar, and it's like someone crying, like, "Oh my god, the song's so beautiful. What is that?" He's like, "You'll find out." It's like,
as much as I don't like them, I think it could be fit for a bit of a reboot in some way.
It is out for a reboot.
Is it?
Yeah, it's out for a reboot. Yeah, I think it's like a continuation.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not. They're not remaking it as in Sam Beckett is the fucking guy in the Quantum Leap.
But it's set in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Is
nice.
A reboot coming out? Yeah.
There we go. Interesting. Dr. Sam Beckett stepped in the Quantum Leader Accelerator and vanished.
So, I remember the last episode, which was beautiful because set
in the bar, right?
Yeah, incredible. And it's like
I thought it was great. People hated it. I thought it was great. Dean Stockwell was phenomenal as Al.
Yeah. Beautiful. It's just the way he just ended, like, because what's his name? He just like he went back to his wife and all that shit, and then and Sam just kept on leaping. It was just a beautiful fucking episode. Incredible.
Yeah, he didn't. He just basically it was kind of the guy that was in charge of like fate or something. He'd go, "No, you're not ready, dude," and then that was it. He goes, "Really?" and then just carried on.
Yeah. Carried on.
There
Yeah.
There are some classic episodes. There was one where I think he leapt into himself as a kid, and his brother was going to Vietnam, and he's trying to save his life. There was some way he was in a wheelchair, dude. But I think,
I remember that.
when he was like a weak retard,
yeah,
he could fight like Sam, so he'd always beat people up or something. It was good.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I remember because the one with the Down syndrome guy, didn't he go into his body twice? I'm sure he went in there twice, didn't he?
Possibly.
Yeah,
to help him
I know there was one where he definitely went in there twice or some shit. But I'm gonna rewatch from the start soon. They are fucking great. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rewatch them. I saw bits and bobs on like UK TV Gold years ago, but
yeah.
I think it's an absolute. I loved it. It was one of those things that I really look forward to every week. And I don't know how many series they make because we got it a couple of years later, and it was just
yeah. I mean, I was very young when it started. I don't think I watched it when it first came out, but I remember watching it like in my late night. I remember watching it, thinking this is tidy, you know. It's
I loved it, and I was so into special effects and stuff at the time that I used to record it on VHS and then pause it when the effects started, and then play pause to like see how it changed frame by frame. I was like, yes.
Yeah. There was another program I liked as well. It was in space, and Paul Schneider. Is it Paul Schneider from Jaws? Is it Paul Schneider, the sheriff from Jaws?
Rob Schneider or Paul Schneider?
Oh, yeah. Rob Schneider's the comedian. I think is it Paul Schneider, the one from Jaws?
Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider, sorry, yeah. Sorry, I get my Jewish names mixed up all the time. Yeah. It was based in space. Space fucking something. It was. I used to watch that quite a bit as well.
I can't find him. If anyone else knows, let us know. I don't think I saw that one.
It might not be him. It might just look like him, but let's fucking have a look.
Yeah, the Vietnam episode was great. It was a really emotional one, though, wasn't it? Because he had to let his brother die at the end and stuff. I think
something like that. Yeah.
Otherwise, he couldn't leap or something else would go wrong. But I think that was a two-parter in a way as well. Yeah. Airwolf, I'm sure the theme tune for Airwolf was something like... Now that's Quantum Leap again. It's like... An absolute rendition. But that's a 30-year-old memory as well. Loved it.
Yep. Hell yes.
Yeah, MacGyver was phenomenal. The Simpsons did the MacGyver thing, didn't they? Was it Magruder, was it? I don't fucking know now.
Yeah. They did. I can't remember his name. Yeah.
I was too during the week, Kevin. I was a latchkey kid in the week, but in the weekend my parents were around. But I just watched what I wanted. So yeah, the TV was mine on Saturday basically, and my dad probably secretly liked.
Sorry, just Paul. Yeah, he was in Sequest.
Now I remember Sequest.
Sequest. That's not fucking space. He was in the ocean and shit. Yeah.
You might have been getting confused with like Stargate or something because that was on at a similar time.
Yeah.
Sequest DSV.
Fucking Sequest. It's like I vaguely remember
that. Yeah, my autism didn't. Yes, now I fucking remember it. Now I remember. Sequest DSV. Wasn't that on a Saturday as well?
I can't remember. I remember watching. I was very young when it sort of came out, but I remember bits of this. Yeah, it's good fucking show.
I'd still watch 18, Kevin Dean. I'd still watch it if it came on. But yeah, that was a huge favourite of mine. The music's great in 1972. Yeah, just come on now. B.A. Baracus, how can you not watch Mr. T? Murdoch was always my favourite, though, I think.
Crazy cunt. Who would let him fly a helicopter now? No one.
Yeah. They had to rescue him out of the nut house every week, didn't they?
Really? Oh, in the A-Team.
Sorry, in A-Team, yeah. Murdoch was always in the nut house, and they're like, we got to break him out before we go and do the mission.
I know because I used to watch it on the Saturday, but I never used to like. I used to watch it just for what it was, but I wasn't like glued to it. But it was there as a kid. It was one of those TV shows that were like,
And Hannibal was the master of disguise. Like he just put a mustache on and a grey wig, and then like break into the doctor's.
Yeah, just stick a fucking mustache on some grey fucking sideburns.
He was an arsehole, George Peppard, wasn't it? He was an arsehole behind the scenes on everything he ever did, by all accounts. Like an absolute ego piece of shit.
Yeah, there's a few actors like that, man. It's like that program Homeland. What the fuck? The guy. Have you seen Homeland?
Yeah.
Saul Berenger. That he was in like one of the not crime scene investigations. One of the.
He's perfect for that role as well, isn't he? Like the CIA boss.
Yeah. And but apparently he's the same. He's a right cunt, an absolute cunt to work with.
You get it. You get actors are weird. You definitely get it. Cartoons. We probably had some of the same stuff. Obviously, Thundercats for me was an after-school thing.
Biker Mice from Mars was my one as a kid. Biker Mice from Mars.
I remember He-Man was big for me. All the gay stuff.
Yeah.
The Turtles.
I used to watch Batman every Saturday morning. They had a Batman marathon on, and
so that animated Batman was one of the best things ever, and it's still good now. I'd still watch it now. It was great.
But they were the dark. That was like the dark Batman, though, wasn't it? It was very
I think it wasn't just called Batman the Animated Series, but it was really good. I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill played the Joker in some of that.
Yeah. He done the voice for the Joker. Yeah, in fact, even on Sky now, they've got like some of the episodes, like the hour-long episodes, where like Mark Hamill does the Joker and stuff, and they should not have been on TV early in the morning for kids, man. They're fucking brutal. I mean, absolutely fucking mental.
Just phenomenal. So that stuff, the raccoons, you might not remember, but it was I think the bad guy was called Cyril Sneer. It's probably a little bit.
Don't remember the raccoons. No.
It was when I was young, and I'm a few years older than you, but I'm Hollywood 21, everyone. So I won't ever talk about my age. Oh no, that's still fucking Quantum Leap. We've got to get used to this thing. Let me just.
He is Hollywood 21.
So this was the raccoons. I remember Cyril Sneer, the bad guy, had a cigar. I don't know. I think it was quite a fun. It was a Saturday morning deal for us.
Nice. I used to remember like some TV shows like fucking 6 a.m. in the morning. You get for school and shit. You had your breakfast, and you had to get up early because your mum had to get ready for work. And there was these
bowl of cereal, spilling milk all over the carpet. Yeah, exactly. They're phenomenal. Saturdays were so special back then because it was no school. We're in my house. Unless we were visiting family, I could do whatever the fuck I wanted, which is normally playing football, riding my bike without my parents' fucking supervision at 7.
Yeah.
Or
you go through the door, bye.
Yeah, I'd be 10 miles away, and then I'd go to a friend's house, and my mum would be ringing. Where are you? I'm 10 miles away. I've been riding. You got to come back on my bike.
Yeah. She'd ring you on your fucking She'd ring around all your friends' parents' houses on the landline.
Oh,
yeah.
And it wasn't because she cared. It was because like dinner was ready or something. She didn't want to fucking pie to go away.
Cold or fucking some shit. Yeah, it's
Murdoch and T were the best. Yeah, they were the two most interesting characters. Hannibal was actually a really shit character, and Faceman was he was cool, but you couldn't really relate to Faceman, right? Scooby, yeah. Scooby snacks. Running around, getting whacked up, and Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
He-Man and She-Ra. Yeah, my cousin obviously in a suitable gender role was in the She-Ra. But I remember they did a She-Ra movie, I think, that I went to see.
She-Ra. That sounds familiar, but I don't recall it as such.
It was a female He-Man.
Yeah.
Now, Masters of the Universe is one of my favourite films ever, and I believe it's still on YouTube in its entirety. It was Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. Absolutely panned.
Dolph Lundgren,
absolutely panned. And it's camp as hell, but I love it. Was it Frank Langella? Or maybe I'm thinking of Bill and Ted, who plays Skeletor. But I watched it in the pandemic. I found it on YouTube. It's like 1 hour 20, however it is. It's got the little weird goblin thing that invents a key that brings them from his world to ours. It's good. That's
just like complete imagination, right? It's just like, fuck it. Dolph Lundgren was, the guy who killed Apollo Creed. He can do anything he wants.
I know that Kevin Smith did an animated series recently that's got quite a good thing. But I would love another movie or something.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Yeah, here we
But
go.
I think now what we're going to find is, because I think things like the DC cinematic universe, the Marvel cinematic universe, they're sort of dying out now, right? They're getting boring. So I think what we're going to see is things like this coming through again. We're going to see like the He-Man universe and all sorts of bollocks.
And for some reason, I fell in love with this stern bitch, when I was like 7 years old.
Yeah, I was the same, feeling falling in love with weird bitches. It's crazy.
Look how camp they made it.
Incredibly camp. But they could easily do like a fucking series of this, yeah, just like a full on live version thing.
Yeah, I think a Netflix series would be the move for a lot of stuff. But this kind of thing, exactly like you just make like a 6-part one on the cheap. If it gets picked up, just longer series and stuff. But
they could do
tons
it like
of stuff that are right for Netflix.
It's like when I was a kid, one of my most like cherished films was to watch Conan the Barbarian anytime it came on TV. Loved it. And then I've attempted to watch some of the remakes over the years, and they just piss poor. They just don't make them like they used to make them, right? But if they could make a TV show and go back to like fucking that'd be incredible. Transformers cartoon.
Yeah,
that was good.
The animated movie with the Matrix and Prime guys, and that's where they made. You got the new Prime. Was it Ultra Magnus, or was he the bad guy that took over from?
I'm not sure the ins and outs. Younger again,
now. But I had the bad guy that turned into a gun, and I got some stones that I picked up from the cemetery and got them blocked down the end of the laser. I remember that. Nice. I had an Optimus Prime. It was one of those toys that you couldn't get at Christmas. I think my mum got it a few months later.
Yeah,
like in March was my Christmas present.
Nice.
But yeah, I remember the Prime. I can't remember the name of the what he replaced me. That movie is a fucking classic. Absolutely. I didn't mind the first live action Transformers movie, to be honest with you. The rest of them got a bit stupid, but the first one I found
Megan Fox lifting a fucking car bonnet and fixing it. There we go.
Yeah, they got a bit. The fights. I've seen them all, but the fights towards the end of the other ones, they just go on for an hour. Yeah, and it's just how dizzy can we make people by putting the camera through everything so you can never see what's going on? It just goes through people's legs and fucking around.
Yeah,
Michael Bay shit.
They're fucking insane. A film I'm going to revisit soon, definitely, is Pacific Rim. Speaking of like Transformers and stuff.
Didn't they make a sequel to that?
I
never saw the sequel, but the first one was quite fun. That was Guillermo del Toro, right?
Yeah, he's the boy. And do you know what? I watched the first one years and years ago when it sort of first came out, but it was downloaded. It was a shit copy, and I was just it was okay. But I need to fucking watch Pacific Rim.
I'm paying for it, am I? So I'm going to eat this while I'm here.
Get it on your fucking neck, man. Go for it, son. Go for it. But it was something about the old days, wasn't it? Where you had like a really shitty, grainy TV signal in your bedroom, and you just watch whatever came on, and you'd be like looking through the TV ads. You'd be like, "Oh fuck, Conan the Barbarian is on like fucking 11 p.m. I gotta stay awake. And your signal's all shit. And it's like every fiber of your being is like, I'm gonna watch this film tonight, no matter what. Love those fucking days. Love them. But can you imagine they made a TV show of this, right? But like back in the took it back way back to the original concept. Like I can't watch. I've attempted to watch The Witcher on Netflix. It's just too, not for me. The Witcher. But Conan. This is where Marvel got his grip on it. Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, that's the Marvel fucking the comic, right? Car's on mute.
I did it because I was eating. I forgot. Right. Yeah, the original artwork was good. And then they remade it with Jason Momoa, and I don't really fancy watching it. Like,
No, I attempted to watch it when I was in my mate's stag last September in a caravan. We was just like, it was on just like late at night, and I got halfway through. I'm just gonna give up and pass out. It was bland.
but yeah, if they did it properly, and yeah, a series again, you
Yeah,
can make it a 4-part series to start with, and just like
I got
you
the
can tell, because there's loads of stories from that world, isn't there? I think.
because the guy who wrote the books, I got the complete works in the house. It's like a leather bound book, and it's like that fucking thick. It's got loads of short stories in there. It's got large stories, short stories, got poems, and it's all about this world, this fucking universe he created. But there's so much they can fucking do, you know? Like they could completely go off the fucking charts with it. Like they could do Lord of the Rings 2 times over, I reckon. The guy
Mm-hmm.
wrote just as much material as Tolkien did, I think. Just like it's there.
Well, yeah.
You can create a whole.
They started making a series called. My ex got me a book like 7 years ago. It was. Do you know what? There's no. My Alzheimer's is gone. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called, but they're making a TV show of that. But I can't remember what it's called. It was another like they'd written 10 books, and I think the author died, and someone else wrote the 10th one.
Yeah.
It was a similar world, like Tolkien stuff, and I really liked the first book. It might come to me. It might come to me. But
It might do. It might not. You might sneeze out your nose, and half your blood vessels will fall out. That's possible too.
I don't think I remember Stompers.
No.
Yeah, I'm very nostalgic, and it's a problem. It's a fucking problem. I dream in nostalgia. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But you got to keep moving forward, man. But yeah, no, good. I think you're always connected to stuff when you're a kid.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Because it's new and exciting, right? There's nothing else. And back then, I didn't have unlimited fucking streaming and stuff. So we had 4 fucking channels.
4 channels and a couple of VHS tapes. It's like, I remember, like, my mother was always pretty cool, you know. She'd always give me, like, for Christmas, like, films that were well above my fucking age. Like, I'd have, like, Face Off. I was, like, I don't know, 12. And she'd buy me, like, Face Off for Christmas on VHS. Brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Films like that, just have. I'd have The Rock. I'd have all the fucking old, like, Jerry Bruckheimer bollocks, you know, just there. In my fucking
Face Off was phenomenal. I also had that on VHS. I might have even rented it on VHS first and then.
Yeah, I had so many like great fucking memories of just me and my brother just literally just watching absolute fucking bollocks like most of the day, you know. And then I'd also sneak off school as well and just like, you know, rewatch everything over and over again. Great fucking times, man. Watch him blow up, but he's gonna blow himself up now.
Yeah, just watch me with my illegal fucking adapter plugging about 3 other things into it and then trying to get my laptop going. But there we go.
Fucking A. Carl, I'm gonna take a pee. Can you hold the fort just for a moment?
I'll do my best to hold the fort, and while I'm there, I might open one of these little beers.
Trip up my piss stick.
The Rock movie, yeah. I thought you meant the poor interpretation of the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the guy who had his tits fixed, and he thinks walking on a fucking stairmaster at 4 a.m. is inspirational. Fuck off. The Rock movie's great. A bit of Sean Connery played the British Special Forces guy. You want to know what happened? I know it's Nicolas Cage. You want to know what happened to JFK at the end. John Voight in that, Michael Biehn. It's just it's a classic. Sorry, right? It's not the cough, it's a cough. I believe from like aircon. I'll just say that when I'm on the plane. Oh yeah, that's better. A little bit of beer. Yeah, it's also that it's the first time. It's everything's new and exciting, right? Even getting fingered is probably new and exciting if you're 7. So you just remember that stuff. The movies that came out when you're 7, 8, 9, you know, the 80s movies for me, Back to the Future, Gremlins, Ghostbusters, Goonies, they're always going to hold, like, just reminding me of being a kid. And then coming out of that, the Arnie stuff, Commando, Predator. Yeah, weird times. Should get Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock was phenomenal. We had the live action version and the cartoon came later, but the cartoon was pretty good as well, to be fair. Throw your cares away. Ready for another day. Let them fade away. Don't suck a Fraggle's cock. Yeah, loved it. The Fraggle catchers. Lived in underneath a lighthouse, right? Phenomenal. But yeah, all that shit. I can't get over it. I cannot get over it. Rocky Roads. I don't think. One thing I was going to say that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK because whoever decided on TV from the government said we can't have the word ninja in a kids program because it's representative of violence. Even though the Hero Turtles are still kicking the shit out of everyone. Rocky Road. Yeah, I didn't see this one. But I see some screenshots. It looked like a classic 80s sitcom. I got... Yeah, but that... You know what? That's failed so badly that they never went near that property again with them. They kind of did the reboot recently, which I watched, and I did enjoy it. It's kind of cheesy. Very cheesy, and they pulled on the nostalgia strings a lot, but I kind of liked it. The female one, I saw the trailer and just said no, and I've seen the first 5 minutes to give it a chance, and that they completely missed the point. The point was that it was just naturally funny, and they were trying to be too much for the original characters as well, and the fact that they didn't use any of the original actors as Venkman or Stantz. And there was a big thing at the time where we talk about the female Ghostbusters. There was a big thing at the time, whereas if you went on Twitter and said this looks shit, you would be then called, a misogynist, and how dare you not support women in film? It's like, no, the film looks fucking shit. It's got nothing to do with the fact that you've put. When they first said, "Oh, we're going to have a female cast," I was like, "Really?" And they're like, "Okay, well, maybe we'll give it a go. It can still work if it's well written." And had some talented comics and actresses in it, but it just didn't work at all on any level. So yeah, fuck that. And you can tell even the studios wouldn't go near it again, despite the fact that it made a little bit of money. And even though studios like Marvel now, they want to make a point that this is women's hour, which is fine. But no one went near that property again. So it just means that they definitely didn't want to make it, because if something's shit and it makes a shitload of money, it's coming. Jamie, you are on mute, by the way. It's they'll dig in there.
Yeah, exactly. I the same sort of rule applies to the James Bond franchise, right? Where they say, no, look, James Bond is a man. It's about time we made James Bond adaptable to a more modern audience. Let's make James Bond a female, or let's make James Bond non-binary. Here's what I say, okay? No. And the reason why I say this, because James Bond is James Bond 007. You can create another character inside the same world. Just come up with new ideas. Don't fucking, piggyback on the same thing. Just create a new character, non-binary or a woman, just whatever you want to do. Just don't call it Jane or Jane, whatever, Bond. Just come up with a new one.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. In the last movie, they had someone else as 007 because he lost his license, but that's still the set. It's still like, oh, the James Bond we know is kind of, he's been cast aside or whatever. That's fine. That's part of the plot. Yeah, it's weird to just say, oh, no, it's Jane Bond. You make that a different show or different series. Have Jane Bond.
Just do it, yeah. Right? Yeah, you do whatever. Like I said, but you can create. By the way, the actress who took the 007 role because it was part of the plot, she was great. She was fucking awesome. And I would quite happily watch a spin-off of a James Bond franchise if she was
no problem
whatsoever.
There's going to be they're going to marvelize the world.
Mm.
They're going to make film spin-off movies, and they're going to make TV shows off of it. I'm pretty sure that they've decided that. So over the next 15 years, you're going to see a lot of stuff from that world, which I like. I like the fact that you give it a go, and if it's shit, it's shit. If it's good. But
yeah, but it's just the thought of like we've said a couple of times is right. Someone's, let's just say, non-binary. So I'm non-binary, but I want to play this role, but you can't. Because this is for specifically, it's a male role, and but I don't identify. No, what we'll do, we'll create a different franchise, and then we'll have a role for you doing this. Oh no, but I want to be Bond, James Bond, but you can't because that's sorry. So at some point you've got to say no. We are going to create a different thing, and this is what you're going to do. This is the role. Fucking lump.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they'll do, because I think James Bond relies on its core hardcore fan base, and I think the hardcore fan base would still want,
Well, they're gonna want the sex, the booze, the gambling, and the fucking the psychopathic Bond, which we all fucking know and love. Yeah.
With the newer ones, they made him more of a sad character. The last couple of films, he was more sad, and he'd try and pull women and like, get out of it, you old fucking drunk, no chance.
He keeps getting sucked in, doesn't he? The poor cunt, yeah.
Which I quite like. They may try and make it more human and real.
Yeah. When I was taking the piss, I could hear you talking about the film The Rock. Have you heard the fan theory about the film The Rock? Sean Connery's character in The Rock is actually James Bond.
No, I haven't heard that one, but I quite like it. I guess, he's a former Special Forces guy, right?
He was in the SAS because his character was in the SAS, Special Forces. He was sort of arrested on some espionage thingamajig and whatever. He was banged up, but you haven't really got no one knows his real name as such.
That's quite a good one, actually. I didn't hear it. Yeah, and the time would make sense, right? 30 years later from the 60s.
It's completely, it's not related at all, but I remember reading it a couple of years ago. I was like, oh, this is fucking great. I mean, it was clickbait.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's brilliant. This is fantastic.
I feel like next time I watch it, that's what I'm going to think. I'm like, James Bond's in fucking prison.
And here's another thing in The Rock. I didn't think about this until my father. Even I watched it loads of times, and I watched it with my old man. He said just the part where Sean Connery's breaking back into The Rock, and Sean Connery's basically got all the flames. And he's testing the flames. He's going, well, you have to test the flames right, because obviously otherwise you get incinerated. So he's in Alcatraz now, and he rolls through the flames, and he gets through, and he opens the door, and he says, "Welcome to Alcatraz." It's like, there's a door there. Why didn't you just walk through the door the first time when you came out? It was like,
they didn't have a lot of time for continuity in those sort of films. It was like, quick, we're paying this Nicolas Cage all the money for this movie.
Yeah, all the fucking cash. But just sit there.
Cage was at his absolute height at that point.
Completely, yeah. But it wasn't until it was an obvious thing to point out, but I was just like, oh, fuck yeah, I never noticed that before.
Yeah, I know, I'll have to watch out for that. There's probably loads of shit like that in a lot of Cage films, to be honest.
Loads of stuff. Why you just open the door in the first place? You dumb fuck. But
Murray and Aykroyd were so good.
Bill Murray's fucking something else, though, yeah? Bill Murray is incredible.
Bill Murray's a legend. Inclusion is so important. They create the Spider-Verse, so we can have a white Spidey, a black Spidey, and a Latina Spidey. Araña, or même de Araña, I guess would be Portuguese anyway. It is important, but don't over-egg the pudding, though, because in one of those Avengers movies, it was like all of a sudden in this huge war, all the women are in one place, and it's like the camera goes up, and it's like, now it's woman time. Like, don't do that. Just have them there fighting, and then she's cool. But now you make an egg in it, like, oh, look at this is just the women's 10 minutes. Like, it's too much.
Yeah. It's not a question of inclusion. I mean, inclusion should be like there without.
You just have them there. The others. You just have them there doing normal shit, and that's inclusion, right?
But I think what I think is, I can't say issue is already an issue. What the problem, wrong word probably again, but it's when it's when it's forced to like fit a certain type of.
It's like crowd in.
characteristic in. It's like, yeah, it's almost. But then at some point, if it's look, James, like we're gonna do Star Wars again, but Luke Skywalker, he's gonna be schizophrenic. He's gonna be on meds, right? It's like because he's his father was this, that, the other. It's like no, we can't do that because it's not the way the story.
It's like taking a kid with advanced cerebral palsy and he's written a letter goes, "Oh, I always wanted to be an athlete," and everyone's like, it's not going to happen, bro. But a TV show's out and it's going, we're going to make him feel like an athlete for a day. We're going to get these fucking leg things. We're going to get him running around. We're going to strap him into a Formula 1 car that's adapted. We'll take him for a drive. His little face will be smiley. Yeah, that's what it's like. It's like going, this. We all know this isn't fucking going to happen, right? But we can put a little smile on his face. Right?
Yeah, but it's like what the fuck? The English actor, I can't remember his name. He played what's the film? The Danish Girl. He played a transgender in the Danish Girl, right? He won an Oscar for it. I haven't seen him, but apparently it was a great performance. But like a couple of years ago, he said, "I regret doing that role. That role should have gone specifically to a transgender."
Yeah, you're getting a lot of that now. You're getting a lot of like.
And then Bryan Cranston played a paraplegic, and Bryan Cranston played it well. And he haven't said, "No, it's
Yeah, the problem is it's called show business, isn't it? So it's a business.
It's called acting.
So you want to pay a good actor to do it, and you can find 100 disabled people, but maybe none of them are a good actor. Maybe there is one really good actor, or maybe there are 20. Who knows? But
yeah, look at Daniel
Day-Lewis. Are people
going
to pay the money? Are people going to go and pay the money to pay back for the fucking? Because all movies need to make money. Because someone's put up 50 million for it, they want to make 250 back. Are people going to buy tickets to go and see this dude who's just been in a car accident, who can kind of act?
Yeah, like Daniel Day-Lewis. My left
find a good actor.
Daniel Day-Lewis played a cerebral palsy character, and he played it like with an Oscar.
Phenomenal,
incredible. You're going to take that away from him? But are you going to go back in time and say, "Do you know what, Beatles, Rolling Stones, you played black music? That doesn't belong to you. We're going to strip it back now." It's
yeah, they're going too far, and I do get it as well. It's like look in the gay actor pool, right? I mean, make sure they've cleaned once they've got out, you can just go, okay, look in there. Is there someone really good in there that we can market? Because it is about marketing and selling, and can act and do a good job. Great, this is perfect. But if you open an audition for 1,000, you audition 1,000 actors, and most movies aren't going to audition 1,000 people. You're going to pick just the best ones. Because you're putting you're gambling this entire budget on someone that has to be good. They have to be good. And even sometimes you get a good actor in the movie shit because of other problems. I don't know. But it's you need inclusion, but you can't force it, and you can't just go, "Oh, Lord of the Rings, we need to look for a real wizard." Who does magic then?
That's like, but it's also like it goes to like gangster movies as well, right? It's like Jack Nicholson in The Departed, right? Is he a real Irish American gangster? No, but he plays the part extremely well.
Yeah, I kind of get where they're coming from in a way, but it's just that's not the solution.
It's not forced inclusion. That's what to me it's like forced inclusion. It's like, no, we are going to specifically look for this. It's like, no, you need to like you say, if we say, look, we are looking for is we're looking for a black actor to portray this role because we need the roles written for black actors.
I think we should start putting black people in the roles of black men.
Black out here,
that's not a bad. That's not a bad example where it works, to be honest.
Yeah, but what I mean is that if someone turns up in blackface, you're not going to say, "Oh, you're a better actor and you're in blackface. You can pull it off." That's not going to happen. Yeah. Right? You're going to say, "Well, I'm going to give it to the guy who is black as a good actor." If a white person turns up with blackface, no, don't give that person that role. No, naturally, don't fucking do it. But if someone turns up and they say, "Look, this role is for a paraplegic trans person," and I'm an actor and I can do this role really well. And if it comes down to auditioning, right? Give that person the role who is the better.
Yeah, Tom Hanks in Philadelphia. You don't want to get someone who's really dying of AIDS because they might only be able to film half the movie.
Yeah, and plus you don't want that around you anyway.
It's catching, isn't it?
Yeah,
you don't want someone eating a sandwich with AIDS in the same room.
No fucking way. It's worse than COVID, man. But yeah, that's that one done. So did you see Tim Dillon's bit with Andrew Schultz? Did you see the Tim Dillon show?
I haven't watched it yet.
Mate, it's a similar topic to what we discussed now. It's about applying for a role on a sitcom. It is like hilarious, like side-splittingly funny.
Dean said they should, and he does have cerebral palsy. Absolutely, Dean, and they should. You should absolutely include everyone, right? And they did it in Breaking Bad. You're absolutely right. That was that. See, that's where though you get someone who's great for the role, also with cerebral palsy, playing something great, and that's where it should be.
Yeah, Walter White's kid. But again, he was good at the role. He was a good actor. He played it fucking well, and you couldn't have anyone act it better than he did. He fitted into the role.
He was funny. Everything was perfect. What I was saying is, if you only get 4 people with cerebral palsy that audition and they're all fucking terrible, it does come a choice of like, do we put this in? And maybe you do. Maybe you do. But yeah, I think. Yeah, it's a tough, complicated one. But what about a person with cerebral palsy in blackface?
You could try it, but the actor in Breaking Bad, he had his cerebral palsy. His cerebral palsy wasn't as bad as the character, was it? So he had to play on it to be the character that he wanted, because his cerebral palsy is bad. I guess. So that's what I read. And
that's a really good example of where something has been good. And yeah, there should absolutely be people with cerebral palsy or any other physical or mental condition should have the opportunity to be able to act. It just depends then, can they? Not the question, though. The question it just depends then, can they do the job that you want them to do?
Yeah.
And are you putting them in there because you feel you have to, rather than they can do a job? Yeah. And it would be good.
Definitely not. That's not being questioned at all. Anyone who questions that needs a fucking slap across the face. But it comes down to like auditioning. It's like, if there's a role opened for fucking Walter White's son who got cerebral palsy, a guy turns up, well, I'm an actor, I got cerebral palsy, right, okay, your cerebral palsy is mild, this character is a bit more advanced, and he's like, I'll act upon that. So he did it fucking really fucking well. But that's what I read. I might be wrong, but apparently his cerebral palsy wasn't.
Yeah, even if he was at that level of it, then as long as he's doing the job for the show, because it is a job.
100%.
It's the same as hiring for someone in a restaurant, right? If they can do the job, great.
Yeah,
hire them. We might have to put in, certain measures and stuff. But you hire them, you give them a job, and that's that. But they have to be able to do the job. If they're turning up, if I run a restaurant and someone wants me to hire a disabled person, but all the disabled people that come along keep dropping everything all the time, they're not having the job anymore. They're going to be. I'm going to make sure they're fired, disabled, and homeless by the end of the week. But if they can,
I agree. I can do the job.
They're in.
Yeah, you're in. Can you hold a spatula for more than 5 seconds? You're in, motherfucker. You got the job, bitch. But
if the job was to hold things up. If their job was to drop things on the floor and they keep dropping, then they're in because they're doing the job.
Naturally, they would win. Yeah, I'd put magnets on them. So if people like customers drop loose change and they got magnets, that's yours, motherfucker. Hell yes. But didn't they have?
That's true.
Pardon me. I remember years ago you see the program Scrubs, right? You know Scrubs.
Yeah, Scrubs was cool early on. They got shit towards the end, but
yeah, there was an episode where Michael J. Fox was in there, right? I know Fox got Parkinson's, but the character he portrayed had severe OCD. So Michael J. Fox's character was a doctor, and he had severe obsessive compulsive disorder. So he was always making sure that it's clean, spit and span, this, that, other. But there was I think JD, the main character of Scrubs, didn't get along with him. He didn't get along with him, whatever. It's fun. But there was a scene towards the end whereby they were they'd done the operation and everyone's scrubbed up and leave. But Michael J. Fox's character was still there washing his hands, like counting. And JD just looked. He was like, he kept washing his hands with soap. And this is like an hour or so after the operation was done. Just washing his hands, counting. So it wasn't about, from Michael J. Fox's perspective, it was playing the character of someone with OCD. But to him, it was probably the compulsive, repetitive thing of his Parkinson's as well, like the continuous shaking and whatever. So he put his fucking energy into playing a different character. And it was a beautiful thing to watch. It was sad. It was a very fucking sad moment in that series. But it was beautiful also in a way as well. He was just watching Michael J.
I don't remember
Fox.
that one. I used to watch Scrubs on a Sunday morning with Hangover, because I think they'd have a couple of episodes on, and it was
yeah. Beautiful.
I know there were some great episodes. I loved the Doctor, the crazy guy, but yeah, it was good fun. But I know towards the end, JD left and they kept making it, and that's always a mistake. We even did that with The Office, didn't they? In the US, it's like stop. If the main character's left, stop it.
Just stop.
And they did it with House of Cards after the Kevin Spacey debacle, which hasn't done something yet. And they did that. They fired him, made the wife center of attention, and all you're thinking the whole time was, "Where's Kevin Spacey? He's what made the show brilliant."
Yeah,
because he's brilliant.
Yeah. That's what I was. One of Dave Chappelle's bits when it was, I just wish the victims kept their mouths shut for another 6 months so we could figure out how House of Cards should have ended. It was brilliant.
Well, I think they shot a lot of it, but cut him out. That's why the series was so shit. They just started with they assume that he's dead now.
Yeah, there was. I think one of the last episodes of Kevin Spacey was phenomenal because he did a big speech in front of Congress. It was like Richard Nixon-esque shit.
I honestly think at that point you leave him in, you put it out. I think that's that. Yeah, he's in it. You can put a thing at the beginning going, we don't approve of Kevin Spacey or whatnot. But at that point, he hadn't even been near a fucking courtroom.
Don't we
know? Everyone just suddenly drops.
Yeah,
I get it. I get that companies don't want the dirt, I guess, but. Listen, Spacey's phenomenal, and I, for one, want to see him back in major fucking shows. The only way he can do it, I think, is to pay for his own one, self-produce.
Or imagine him coming back in like a LA Confidential / The Negotiator kind of film, like, do you know what I mean? Just hardcore.
For years, he would do like a Christmas message as I've even forgotten the character's name. What's his name in House of Cards?
The president. Fuck me.
The president, yeah.
Oh shit. I'll get it first.
Frank Underwood.
Oh, Frank Underwood. Yeah. Fuck.
He would do these weird things when he's cooking dinner and stuff, or on a park bench. Like, well, you all thought I disappeared, didn't you?
Yeah, he thought it was he's great. Man.
I think Kevin Spacey is Frank Underwood. He's basically Brett Brock after a shave. In 10 years.
Definitely. Yeah. I think that is. I without question. I wouldn't put money against it. I think it definitely is. Yeah. Yeah. His little
Dean would have been great.
The camera.
Dean would have been great in a lot of things. I say put Dean in. Well, he can play Jim Norton in the movie. And they're trying to make a movie with Norton. You know,
he's got the hairline for it.
I think he looks like Norton, especially with the hat. I think he's got a lot.
Yeah.
I think if he went up at this Comedy Cellar as Jim Norton, half the room wouldn't even know. Well, this is Norton.
But what if? Can you imagine? All right, let's just say hypothetically, Dean goes for a Jim Norton gig in New York, but Jim Norton has a hit out on him, right? Like the mafia needs the mafia want to get him done, and he takes the bullet for it. Where do you stand then? Is like Jim Norton technically dead? Is the mafia going to try another hit or what?
Yeah, exactly. Just fucked up. Yeah, ended like Game of Thrones. Disappointing. I'd say worse than Game of Thrones because that was just a convoluted plot and they couldn't tie it up in the last series and the writers fucked it up. Yeah. I think that with House of Cards, you just realise what a gaping hole Kevin Spacey left in the production. Like, it was all centered around him.
The problem was with Game of Thrones, right? Is that they didn't wait for the author to J.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R. Martin to finish the book. They should just say, "Oh, we're going to wait a couple of years. Fuck you."
The other problem is though it's been 11 years and he still hasn't produced the fucking book.
I know,
but he had written 4 books. The fourth one had just been he had written 4 books when they started the first series, right?
Yeah.
And then he put out the 5th one pretty soon after. So they're years ahead of them. And he went, it's going to be out in 18 months or 2 years or so. So they're thinking, great. But then he's like, it's going to be another 6 months. And this is like 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
It's still not out.
Yeah. But he's not in a rush, though, because he's a perfectionist, yeah? So he's like, no, I'm not in a rush.
I think he spoke to the producers and told them what the end is, and they went because after about book 3, it splinters off from the books a bit anyway.
Yeah.
But I think they made a mistake on the last season. They took too long getting it going. They took 4 episodes getting it going. They should have gone right into that fucking battle at night, whatever it is.
Yeah.
From episode 1, and then you leave out all the character development, but then you leave room for development for why Daenerys burnt down the entire fucking city. And it was one scene, it was like, oh, you don't like what I'm doing, I'm going to kill everyone. And that after 5 years of walking through a fucking desert to be like a good queen, that's what she does after one scene. You take 4 episodes to get her to get to that head point.
No, I agree. I think it was a complete waste, to be honest. But I again, this might be complete bollocks, but I remember recently read something where they said they are considering maybe redoing the final season or the final few episodes or something, like completely like whitewashing it and just working through it or some shit. I
don't know how true.
There was some
kind of like that. I don't know.
I never quote the shit I read as fact. Is I was like, yeah, okay, plausible.
It might have been talked. It might have been something that was talked about. You never know. But or they could bring the actors back and make a movie bit
junk like this. I don't retweet it or whatever. I just like read it for what it is. Like, maybe, possibly.
Well, who knows? But they made the prequel now, House of the Dragon, which looks pretty good. And I would go into that with no expectations, like I did with Better Call Saul. No expectations of that.
Oh,
I thought it'd be terrible, actually.
3 episodes away from the ending. 3 episodes left, and it's done. Phenomenal.
Oh, have they brought the final episodes out yet? Then
season 6 on now. It's 3 episodes left. It's 13 episodes long, and they got 3 episodes.
So I watched whatever they put out first, whatever that was, 7 episodes or something, or.
Yeah, it's like part. They do it like part 2. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to see what's on there and catch up. Then don't say anything. I've seen whatever they put out in the first few weeks. But maybe if they were adding each week as well, I've missed those.
It's
I can't even remember where I am, but I know I'm really enjoying the season. So they're great actors as well, both of them actually. Odenkirk and
Rob Odenkirk and the woman who's Kim Webster.
My mind is fucking terrible for the actresses' name. But I used to tag them all every season. They would always interact a little bit, but the acting's great. It's fun. It's just as good as Breaking Bad, if not better. I
love it. But I think I haven't watched Breaking Bad in years, and I can see me watching on the next couple of weeks when Better Call Saul's finished. But I'm going to give it a wide berth before I watch Better Call Saul again. I'm going to give it a couple of years. Just so
I want to do Breaking Bad. So I haven't seen that since it finished. So
phenomenal. But yeah, Better Call Saul is just like it's gonna be a fucking bitter pill to swallow when it's finished. But I'm definitely gonna rewatch in a couple of years' time. But
yeah, if you're talking about House of the Dragon, Dean, I'm not sure, but if you are, then yeah, I bet it's burnt a lot of people from wanting to go there. But I get suckered in. I do get suckered in by a trailer, and the trailer looks all right. And I heard the producers talking about it. I'm like, oh, I'll give it a go. And to be honest with you, you would think that they've really learned their lesson. They might not make. You can never please anyone with an ending, really. But you just got to make an effort.
I think, like with me, is like with the prequel to this, it's kind of like you know where it's going to end. Like the Better Call Saul angle was the same thing. I was like, but I know where it's going to end. But the journey to get the Breaking Bad for Better Call Saul has just been absolutely phenomenal. But I just haven't got high expectations for the prequel to Game of Thrones. I just don't think it's going to get me to where I am with Better Call Saul. You know what I mean?
It excited me because I read the book first, the first book before I saw the first series, and then read them all. And the books are phenomenal. They're so good. And yeah, the TV show was good up until the 4th series, and then it started getting a bit weird. But there are still great scenes in all of it. Even the last series had some great scenes, but they just fucked up the whole arc of the season. We just fucked.
I remember the episode Battle of the Bastards is where Jon Snow gets trampled by like all the people, the horses and stuff, and he's grasping for air, he's trying to fight through.
It was well shot, but it annoyed me because that was all his fault. Jon Snow was a terrible leader. Everything that went wrong was always his. It was his decisions that led to going wrong.
Yeah.
Because at the Battle of the Bastards, didn't he have a strategist near him, and he's saying, "Let's not rush him. We're going to wait and flank or whatever." And he's like,
"Yeah."
And then he ends up. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
Everybody dies.
But I remember watching that scene. Right, I was sitting down, and I started to get. I started to remember. I remember it because I was going. Because the way it was filmed was like. Almost like a Braveheart kind of fucking stuff. That was
it was very well shot. It was a TV show.
My fucking chest tightened up, and I was just fucking going. Like the way it was done was just incredible. If that was in 3D, I probably would have fucking died. It was like fucking no way am I gonna make.
I actually thought he was gonna die in that scene. To be honest, I was like, they're gonna kill him off.
I was fucking like
maybe they should have.
My chest. Even think about it now, I'm kind of palpitating a bit. It's fucking crazy. But that's down to do with that's direction. Yeah, that's the director was just fucking on par. The cinematography, everything was there. It was just fucking.
Well, those episodes were still really good. That was all around. Yeah, the other bastard and stuff, flaying people. I thought that was done quite well. In the books, it's way more fucked up. He's cutting dicks off and stuff and torturing people.
All sorts, yeah.
It's described way. The books have about an extra 30 characters in it. And in the TV show, sometimes they're condensed into like 2 characters. But in the books, they go off in all different angles. The way they've left book 5 is really good. But yeah, the TV show, I think, is even spoiled. If he ever does release one, it's basically 2 more books. But even if he turns it into 1 now, I think it still would have banned a lot of people from wanting to read it because of what they did with the TV show.
Yeah,
but I heard part of it was the actors wanted out, the actors wanted gone, and they were like, "We want this show, we want this season over,
snap it up,
write it quickly. We don't want to do 15 episodes."
Get it done.
I heard part of it was that, but even if you know that, then you've got to rearrange stuff and cut out those first 2 fucking episodes.
But if you are like a diehard fan of the books, right, decades before the fucking show come out, like you're probably gonna want to read the books anyway, because it's gonna go down a different route completely. Because he changes his structure and his storylines every fucking other day. Because he was in an interview and he said the more people keep asking me, about how long is it going to be, he said what I decided to do, he said I kill off a lovable character. I just kill a character off, because he said the more I get harassed about he said I kill a character off.
And that was always the good thing about Game of Thrones, especially the early series, that anyone can die, like anyone can go at any minute, even the TV show as well. Like.
Season, completely. I like that. I remember watching the Red Wedding episode. I was like, the Red Wedding where everyone gets brutalized.
Well, I knew that was coming because I've read the book the other day.
Yeah, so I was like, where the fuck is this going to go from here? Because everyone's dead. It's like,
In the book, it's not really a spoiler if you've seen the show now. In the book, Catelyn Stark survives, but she comes back like 2 books later as some weird zombie woman screaming in the woods. Because she's had a throat cut and stuff. But then I think the book doesn't go near her again. So that's one of the things that will pick up. And all the Oberyn and the Snake Girls and all that stuff from the desert.
Yeah.
They live. Well, maybe Oberyn dies, but the girls are still heavily involved and they're going to go up and take vengeance and stuff. They don't really do that in the TV show. They kind of forget about all that stuff. So
Catelyn Stark survives. She's mentioned briefly a few books later, and that's it. Like.
Yeah, well, you don't know she survives until I think it's a book or 2 books later, and then you go, there's a weird fucking zombie screaming woman with a throat cut in the woods, and it's blatantly Stark.
Shit, and that's it. Like you never mentioned again after that.
No, I guess they're going to tie it up in the last book, or in theory. But the way they describe food is phenomenal. I've got a Game of Thrones recipe book at home where you have a modern version and then a medieval version. The medieval version has got like locusts and shit. But some of the food is really nice. They'll do all from the different regions around. They have food from that region that's described in the book, like spices and stuff.
Yeah. Because I've been watching Hannibal again lately, the TV show, but I'm on season like 3 now, and again, and you can get a Hannibal cookbook as well, like a Hannibal Lecter cookbook and shit. It's like rather than using human liver, use liver from like an elk or some bollocks, or a fucking loin of lamb instead of like a loin of human leg or some bollocks. But yeah, it's cookbooks to anything now you can fucking get your hands on, right? It's just
Yeah, I've got to dig into it. It's in storage, so when I get a place, I'll dig it out and try and do stuff. Sopranos end is stupid. I actually, with time, I kind of like it, but I get it. Yeah. I get it. It was a 50-50 split. At the time, I was like, what? Now I'm like, he was just shot in the head. It was probably just shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with this. Like, it left you wanting more, but it was kind of like they just tied it up. I think, yeah.
I think it's better to leave you wanting more than to try and tie everything up, because when people try and tie everything up, it never works. It's like, oh shit, you better rush to try and explain all that. But yeah, I mean, I totally get though why people don't like the end of Sopranos. I get
it. But because in the Sopranos finale, right, you had the whole thing of like fucking Journey playing and his family coming in the house, his daughter doing a 25.3 fucking parallel.
You get the two guys going into the toilet like the Godfather.
It's like
yeah.
Would it like if
it was shot right in the fucking head?
Yeah, like the screen went to blank, right? So would you prefer that, or would you prefer a clear fucking to the back of the head, like, and screen goes blank? Then what would be the better outcome?
I think he deliberately left it so you didn't know if he died. But I'd like to think in my head he just got shot at the fucking dinner table, and that's.
Oh yeah, I think it's been hinted at by the what's his name, David Chase. He's hinted at it, I think, but yeah, it's. I remember watching the first time thinking, what the fuck? But I kind of do like it myself. It's I think it's
I think at first I was like, what? But over the years I've thought about it a bit more. But I get not liking it though. So it's definitely a decent.
It's a room fucking splitter, man. It's definitely a division between fucking fans of The Sopranos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost impossible, but it is almost impossible. I used to like Dexter, and that got stupid. The last two seasons were fucking stupid when everyone knows he's a serial killer and they just don't tell anyone. And then the ending was awful. And the same, even used to watch silly stuff like True Blood as well. And the end of that was like, oh, now they're fairies and people are fucking no. Breaking Bad did a pretty good job. I think it's one of the better ones. Of the end, big show. It's all. I think there's just so much pressure, and a lot of it. I think even the showrunners probably come under pressure from the studios, and they go, right, you've got to fucking make this good.
Yeah.
Do this, and this as well, and you just can't. You can't.
Yeah. But I think even because I know some TV shows over the years, the writers have said, right, I have an ending in sight, right? The writers of Lost said the same thing. They said, we've got a clear ending. This is how it's going to end. And it's like, but as your show progresses to that end, your show might need a different ending to how you originally planned.
You might get ideas along the way, which then you've got to try and wrap up. Yeah, Lost is a big one because I actually like Lost, and the ending. I had to go and read and think about a lot about it. I can kind of accept the ending, but there was an awful lot of shit in there as well, and the way that they. Although I like it in some ways because there were these big things like the whispers, and then they just explained it in one scene. Go, it's just dead people talking.
Oh, it's dead people, just ghosts. It's fine. Yeah.
So I kind of like that they kind of. But I don't know. That was one of the first shows I think where you had a lot of online opinions, and I'm sure the writers are looking at that going, well, they've guessed the ending.
Yeah.
So we should make it a bit different.
Yeah. What's the thing? If you haven't seen the ending by Lost by now, go fuck yourself. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it was 10 years old.
They were alive for the whole thing, but the ending was like they all died like years.
They all died at some point in the future.
Yeah.
And then they
came to back.
When you think more and more about, life and time and all that shit, consciousness and the fucking I kind of like it because they always base stuff in science versus faith, right? And you always thought there was magic, but then in the next season it goes, oh no, this is why this is happening. So I have an explanation. Yeah. I always like that stuff. I like the time travel season. I fucking love it. I do.
Desmond, brother, Desmond, not Penny's boat.
10th one was great. But when they go back to the
50s.
Dharma in the 50s and stuff,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it. I like it all. It's fun.
And
but they fucked a lot of stuff up in there. But I think that just got away from them. And then they're like, we've got to tie these 100 things up, and we've got 8 episodes.
Dharma was the 70s, yeah. But yeah, Dharma was the 70s. But in the 50s, it goes back to Penny's father, wasn't it? Because Penny's father, wasn't John Whitmore. He was in the 50s in the army, and he was on the island, wasn't he?
And yeah, I would have liked them to tie up some of that, and like the Korean old dude.
Yeah,
I would like them to tie up some of those stories, and they just left them alone for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But I think there's some genius across all of Lost, but they did. Yeah, I also get entirely why everyone went, "Oh, go fuck yourself" at the end of that. They walk into the light, man.
Fuck this shit.
But I got really into that, and it did. I think I got a little bit emotional about the whole thing. I was probably thinking about killing myself at the time or something. But
you got into that shit. We're watching it again with the kids, and they
I forgot. I forgot the sister started killing. Yeah, yeah. They got stupid.
I gotta watch Dexter big time. I gotta need to watch it. I tell you what,
it starts off. It's a really good concept show. It's about like a serial killer with morals. So it's a really good.
Hannah Black
kills criminals that get away from justice, right? If they get found not guilty, or they don't get charged, he will kill them, which is a good concept.
How about you fucking so? I agree.
John Lithgow's in the season. He's great.
Oh, yeah. My mates watched all the episodes of Dexter, and he sent me a John Lithgow gif. You're a cunt. You're a cunt.
Yeah. I think, the last season and a half got fucking batshit in that, though. But, I think it's worth... It's fun. It's fun. But
in the last 2 or 3 days, right, I found the time to watch all 4 Mad Max films.
Yeah.
And you know what? The Mad Max franchise is probably one of the best franchises ever.
I haven't seen any of them for years.
Oh, neither
I
did
only watched the Tom Hardy one once, but I didn't watch the...
but I'm telling you, fucking now, rewatch.
Didn't Tom Hardy get in trouble for intimidating Charlize Theron on set recently?
Yeah, some bollocks like that. But I tell you what, you know what? If the fourth, I watched the first one a couple of days ago. I was like, it's been years since I watched it. I don't give it a watch. And I was like, I'm gonna watch the second one. Watch the second one. Watch the third one. Remind me of like my childhood. And then I watched the fourth one, Fury Road again. And you know what? All 4 are like an absolute fucking masterpiece. You know why? You do not need to worry about the plot. You do need to not worry about how it ends. It just ends the way it always ends the same way, right? Max walking.
The third one,
incredible.
The third one, Beyond Thunderdome, really reminds me of childhood because I remember watching that at like my auntie and uncle's house on video. Because my auntie was a big Tina Turner fan, and she's in that. And then, the original film I was watching with Dad. I don't remember too much about the second, but I'd love to go back and watch.
The original one is a slow burner, but it's good to build up to where that world is. Road Warrior, to me, is one of the best action films of all time. I love it. Mad Max 3 is kind of like my version of Rocky 3. It's a circus. Like Rocky 3 was a circus, right? They had fucking Hulk Hogan in there, Mr. fucking T. It was like, get everyone in there. But Mad Max 3 Beyond Thunderdome is fucking incredible. Like outstanding.
I need to go and rewatch it. That's what I need to do.
But then I watched, because I remember watching the first 3, right? Thinking, they don't make films, I guess, anymore. And I watched Fury Road, right? The fourth one. They do make films, I guess, now. And George Miller made Mad Max Fury fucking Road. So you get the right director, like the original Mad Max fucking franchise, George Miller.
Yeah, I remember I saw Fury Road, but I need to rewatch it because I was like,
mate,
anxiety. I need to rewatch it.
Incredible.
But I know it's pretty unique as well. It's a pretty unique film.
Beautiful. But yeah,
there's a guy with playing fucking guitar on there as well, didn't they? On the car and shit.
There's a fucking guy. They're driving 78 miles an hour through the desert. There's just a guy with like fucking like chains on and just playing a guitar, just fucking going through the desert. You got these mad cars playing drums behind, and it's just like the world opens up to you. It creates this new the future world of Mad Max. Like it's just beautiful. Visually, it's one of the probably one of the most beautifully visualizing films I've ever seen in my life. Incredible. Mad Max.
Do you know what? I'm gonna watch all those movies. Christina, go take a piss. Don't need to listen to this fucking inane
Hey,
bullshit about
Christina,
80s movies
go
and
take
TV.
a piss.
Oh, I want to see God Bless America. I love Bobcat. Bobcat, obviously, from Police Academy 2. Wait a second, man. But great director. I like the Bigfoot movie. I like, God Bless America. There's another one. He made a great documentary on Jesus Christ. What is wrong with my autistic brain? The comic.
Autistic.
What's his face? All I think of was Barry Katz, who's is a comic agent. Bobcat doc comedian. I'm gonna kick myself in the fucking fanny.
We definitely need a fucking a producer.
Barry Crimmins. Yeah, we do need a producer. Barry Crimmins.
Yes.
I can't believe I forgot that. So the documentary is great. So Barry Crimmins was a comic, and when the internet first started getting in people's houses, he got into US law, or basically the courts, to pay attention to paedophiles online because no one gave a shit. When in like 99 and stuff, you could have open forums about fucking kids, and there was no regulations. No one cared. There was no police investigations. It was just like, oh, this is just where the pedos go to talk.
Yeah.
And he got, because he was fucked in the ass as a kid. He ruined
it for everyone, basically.
Yeah, ruined it for everyone. Party pooper. He went to court and basically got them to pay attention to the AOL chat rooms and stuff, which is phenomenal. And I think in the documentary they even take him back to the house where he was fucked in the ass, and they make him go in the basement where his uncle raped him. But it is great. It's a phenomenal documentary. Let me see the name of it.
Barry what? Sorry. What was his name?
Barry Crimmins. He was based. I think. He was a Boston comic in the 80s comedy boom. When they used to pay people in cocaine. I'm trying to see the name of the documentary. Crimmins doc.
He's from Boston, yeah. American satirist.
Yeah, Call Me Lucky. It's called Call Me Lucky. It was on Netflix a few years ago. It's probably not now, but I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Barry Crimmins, Call Me Lucky. But it's Bobcat Goldthwait directed documentary.
Yeah, the dick of his ass when he was a child. They took him back to his basement, done it to him again, and made a documentary. Nice.
But yeah, phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal stuff.
Incredible. I have to give that a whirl. Oh, shit, okay. I'm just reading on the IMDb thing now.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. It's quite brutal, man. But it's like Richard Pryor, his childhood was fucking brutal, riddled with fucking child molestation.
He grew up in a whorehouse, didn't he?
Yeah.
You're welcome, Chrissy. You can, from this moment forth, you can only piss when we say, though. So you've got to wait. You can only pee on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah. Why would you think it's acceptable to do otherwise? It's fucking ridiculous. Do you know what? I hope your lizard crawls up in your bed and takes a poo on your chest tonight. I do.
I hope it crawls up your legs and takes a pee on your mouse-shaped clitoris.
Yeah.
TM, Doug Sanhope.
Dykes Mann wrote that joke. Yes, he did, yeah. But
there we go. Bye-bye. It's bye-bye.
You agree? Hasta la vista, baby. Yes.
Hasta la vista, daddy.
Hasta la vista. I'll be back, Si, signores.
I might go soon. I might go and shave my fucking head within the hour. I might go and buy some clippers for one use only, and then shave it and bin. Not shave skinhead, but I have such shit hair that even this is too long and it just gets greasy and gay. So, or I could wait till I come home, which is only Monday, and order a pair for when I get home.
Yeah, keep it in the house. You can just bick. I think you look good, Bick. I think if you bicked your hair, you look fucking good. I think you'd have that badass look.
Well, it's going to have to happen eventually. It's going to have to happen eventually.
I think the end is nigh. I think do it.
And that's just your boyfriends. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
The Liz especially. Yeah, basically, we're actually in like some sort of infinite space time loop, and I am Mind Dog, so I'm going to go completely bald, develop a cancerous mole on my face, and grow a tash to cover it up, and then dye that black and grey, kill 7 women in a hole, and then claim it wasn't me, and start gigging at 45.
Yeah. I agree. I completely
Yeah,
agree. And,
actually, the
yeah,
TV spray paint, Bert Kreischer, not really much of a hater on him as you guys, but he for TV shows he used to get the it's not even spray, it's almost like lead pellets or something or powder. So if you notice on his comedy specials, he's got a full head of hair because they shake this metallic powder that sticks to your scalp into the
right.
bald patches. A lot of people use it on TV and movies, so you don't know the fucking bald when you see the shot from behind.
Yeah.
I did think about getting a can for fun, but then I'll probably really get into like having a hair transplant and stuff.
Yeah,
So
do it.
if I come up and I've got a hairline here, it's fucking a brow.
Like your fucking eyebrows. Yeah. Like, I'm off to Turkey for 3 weeks. I'm having a fucking hair transplant, and there we go. Yeah.
I would think they'd mainly become an ex if they shit on you. I'd shit on someone. If a girl wanted me to shit on it, I'd be like, fucking great.
Yeah.
But strap yourself in and get some lobster bibs around the side because this might not be solid.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't talk to her again, but I would definitely do it. Yeah, after a vindaloo, like a hot chicken vindaloo, I would just take a shit on that chest.
Well, when I get back to where my Zoom audio is, I might do some podcast intros outside in the woods and stuff. And I thought about what about my greasy hair sticking up, and I did think about wearing hats for those. Yeah, for those little shoots. So yeah, we'll see. You know, I'm not self-conscious about my hair anymore, apart from when I do see it in the mirror from the top, and I'm like, oh, especially on a greasy day, if I'm sweating, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's easy for me to say because I have thick hair, so it's easy for me to say, right? But I would just pick it. I would just fucking take the plunge. I can say this because my friend lives on the road. My Kitty's cousin-in-law thing, but whatever. He's worse than you because he's ginger and bald as well, right?
Yeah,
so
well, that is bad.
It's bad. So he just baked his off, and you know what? He's liberated. He's like, yeah, liberated. He was proper like receding big time, and he's liberated.
Yeah, well, I get when I do cut it down, even though it looks short. When I cut it a lot shorter than this, I feel more liberated because I don't have the fucking straggly bits going up here. I feel like there's nothing to worry about, and that's going to get shorter and shorter until it's grade 1, and then when it is like that's going to be fine. You just got to accept that it goes back, guys, about here.
Yeah.
But when it is shaved, it's fine. And when it's bicked properly, when I am mind dog, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be free as a bird.
You're gonna be liberated, man. Honestly, he was very conscious about his hair, but when he started to shave it off, he was like, you know, this is brilliant. Just like fucking zoom, done, finished.
And but I just need to remind people that it is a solar panel for a sex machine.
I tell you what, Carl. Do you know what I'm gonna do for you? Fuck this, right? Forget Valindra, forget cancer research, shave your hair. You shave you fucking bick your hair, I'll bick mine. Right? I'll do that.
I think cancer research should be forgotten because it's getting fucking boring. Oh, cancer. Go to hospital. 6 months, you're fine.
What if me and Carl both bick our hair on a podcast?
Both go bald.
I will fucking do it. I will bick my. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I will bick my.
I'll definitely shave mine a grade 1 on the podcast, and then maybe bicking it on
mine. That's fine. I will do it. I will do. If you do it, I'll fucking do it. Bollocks to it.
All right. Well, maybe we can film the bicking bit offline and post it.
That's fine. If you like, I will. In the UK, it's called Brave the Shave, right? Brave the Shave, and you raise money for cancer. I will brave the shave for Carl to get some confidence in getting that fucking scalp going, baby.
You keep your healthy hairline, you cunt.
Yeah.
I had a shave. I shaved my face today. I look like a baby's bum again today. And luckily, my face tastes like one, so I keep licking my lips.
Yeah. Honestly, you do it, and I'll fucking do it with you, okay? And we'll do it offline, and we'll film it, right? We'll do it.
All right, let's do it.
I love that. And Carl does it. I'll do it. I'm going to do it for Carl's confidence. Fuck it. Do it.
Yeah, I am pretty aerodynamic. That's how I get the travel for fucking 100 days or whatever it's fucking now.
Yeah,
I'm moving. I'm slick. I'm sliding.
And because he's aerodynamic, Carl, am I right in saying you get cheaper flights because you're aerodynamic head? Yeah, you get cheaper flights.
It helps out. It's like it's the opposite of being a fat cunt on a flight. That you're helping the airline.
Yeah, well, he gets first class as well. So he gets the champagne.
Well, I don't know. Ginger girl can also be pretty bad as well. But I get it. I do. There are And actually, I'll tell you, ginger Brazilian girls are fucking making me a little bit crazy because it's so rare here, and they look so different. It's like, that is nice.
Hell yes.
But yeah, you're right. In general, redhead girls will pull it off better than most redhead men.
Hell yeah.
I sit on they won't let me in the cockpit though because I keep it's the box cutter they don't like.
Yeah,
I think
they don't like box cutters anymore. I don't know why.
They don't like box cutters, and they don't like people screaming about holograms.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. The pilot's like, I can't see anything, and then it's like with the box cutter, fucking.
And then me loudly reading articles about the pilot in France who was just depressed and flew it into the fucking mountains.
Fuck him. He probably had a bad day. Do you know? No, not fuck him. Fuck his wife, the bitch. She probably had given him a bad day.
Probably her fault. She probably killed like 300 passengers or however many were on that flight.
I agree. Do you know why? Because he woke up and she was like, I can't believe you didn't put the dishes in the dishwasher and you didn't put an empty bottle of wine in the soft drink bin. He's like, do you know what? Fuck this. Fuck this.
They stick me in the nose just to make it. They basically save on fuel. They save on the fuel that can't melt steel beams by putting me in the front of it, and we just fucking go along like this. Then I'm shitting out the back, and it helps the jet engine. Yes.
Yeah, but cars like shit fuels the jet engine propulsion. It's like it's a work in progress. They're still trying to work on the physics behind it, but it works. It did work.
What was the name of the bar we came up with? Was it 9/11 Truthers?
Oh, the 9/11 the 9/11 victims found or something. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was something like.
Oh shit! 9/11.
I'm sure it was like the 9/11 Truthers support bar.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be a bar, wasn't it? Yeah, the 9/11 Truthers support bar or some shit.
Yeah. There was no video of that plane in the Pentagon. It was a rocket.
Yeah.
And then the Pentagon rocket is one cocktail. The $3 trillion that never got talked about again that went missing is another cocktail.
Yeah, I heard another theory because you mentioned before about the towers, and Tim Dillon sang it perfectly. The towers are still there, and I was thinking, how can this be when you've got millions of New Yorkers walking around? And this is what I've read, right, guys? Between us now, Carl, offline, right? Between us now, we offline,
yeah.
we're offline.
We're offline, yeah.
Every living New Yorker eye implants, and they can't see the Twin Towers. That's what I heard.
That is pretty good. Listen, I'm going to try and line up with my picture.
Yeah, do it. Go on.
You got to get that way. That's it. Here we go. I agree that they everyone with contact lenses and glasses, they put in like
implants
augmented reality so that they don't see the Twin Towers anymore. Yeah. They just see the one.
But we can't make this public though, right? This has got to be between us, okay?
And the other, when we're in the position of our pictures, the Brett Brock pictures, no one can say anything. Even YouTube, when we're clearly stating that 9/11 was fake, they can't do anything.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, truthers. We are. Flat Earth was the original truth. Okay, Flat Earth were the original truthers. This is like the second coming of that. Like, it's.
There's so much juice with 9/11, though, isn't there? There's so much juice.
You think we can get on Joe Rogan with this stuff?
No, that's when we ultimately murder Minddog for not sending us MacBooks. That's how we're going to get famous.
Murder Minddog for MacBooks. Hashtag. That's
when we look completely like him because we've bicked our heads and grown mustaches on air.
Should I do that when I pick my hair? Should we do a mustache and pick our hair and just come on the podcast?
Yeah, mine doesn't get this thick and bushy though. It's not as good.
Right, it doesn't matter. Just get a fake one or whatever. We'll just do it. Like I'll shave the beard off, keep a mustache, and just pick my hair, and we just come on.
I can touch my nose with my tongue though. Look.
Yeah, there we go. Solid.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
When I was at first school, the dinner ladies didn't give me my food until I did that. Like no food. All right. No, all right. Thank you for the potatoes.
Potatoes. Nice.
Your potato picking.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Yes, Kelly, you're shaving your head. You first, though, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, actually, if we keep our head shaved, when we do have chemo eventually, job's done.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's one less thing for cancer research to worry about. I've shaved my head already, bitch. It's fine. It's a fact.
I'll pick it.
Yeah, do it. I'll do it for Carl. Carl will do it for his own personal sanity, and we'll all big it. I agree. I think we should just do it. Bollocks to it.
You just wear a hat. Just wear a hat. Just wear a kangle.
yes.
Just wear a backwards kangle.
Yeah, let's do it. What we'll do, we'll pre-record, right?
I bet
we'll
you can. Huh?
check them on, and we'll check it on a podcast. We'll get a big brother.
We'll figure it out. I think we record the bicking offline. I'm glad I'll clipper it down on air live, and then we'll book it offline, and then we'll come back on with hats and then play back the footage.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's what we will fucking do. I like it. Like it. No one like it like that.
Everyone is doing it. All right. Well, Alf, do you want to go a little bit longer, or do you want to wrap up? What's the deal?
I got 10 more, 5 more. What you got plans? What's your
plan? Let's go 10 or 15, and then wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll do 10 or 15. We'll fucking wrap.
I might as well make a bad decision and have another beer.
Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna text the wife now. Hey, beer, bitch.
Hey, bitch, what's up with this beer?
Get the fuck out of here with your pig titties.
We should also go on Mind Dog or bring him on here, and just all three of us have got to do dice for an hour.
Yeah, should we do it?
Yeah, and we're also gonna be doing the shock collar, guys, as a new segment on here.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good
We'll wait till we're in person. We're just gonna electrocute each other. Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure out how to do it. Maybe question based, and if we get a question wrong,
I hear
but silly when you get
do that. I heard you say that yesterday, and I thought what we could do is up the game. We have to be sitting. We have to have our feet in a paddling pool of water.
River beers.
Yeah, cattle prods, but it got to be in water though. Yeah.
Yeah, electrocution and water is always good. It just makes it a bit spicy. It's like putting hot sauce in your eggs.
Yeah, it's like having sex with a prostitute without a condom. It's like it's gonna be rough, right? It's gonna be fucking a tingling sensation, but it's gonna be worth the end result. But yeah, we should do that. We should get some collars or cattle prods and just zap each other. But yeah, we should do a question. We should do like a quiz thing between us. That'd be fun.
Kevin shaved his balls and so I had to give mine a going over the other day for reasons, and I'd left it a while. I was like, oh Jesus, it got quite. Sometimes when you get too far back, it's nice because your farts are squeakier. I think take all the hair off from around there.
Oh yes.
Get drinking. What, Mind Dog? No. He drank Jameson's on part of the podathon. He's had a shot here and there, but he's not. Yeah, he's more of a weed guy.
He's a big weed guy, isn't he? Yeah.
So no, we can get him out. I don't know if he'll get drunk, but he might have a couple of shots with us for sure. Yeah. And you know what? If and when we and I and Jamie in various guises and times make it over there, I'm gonna get him on the drink one night for sure. Yeah. I'll get him a bottle of Jameson and share it with him, and we'll get the sit. And then if you see us go live at 4 a.m. and we're half a bottle of whiskey deep, we'll get all the secrets out. Like he was never a mob kid; it was just all gay hairdressing.
Yeah, he's just gay. Yeah, he's just shit hairdresser. He's a failed hairdresser. That's what he is. That's exactly what he is. He just walked in with a beer. She's like, "Really? I'm like, "Yeah, bitch, pick them up, you cans. Pick up my empty cans, you fucking pig."
I think 3 beers is pretty average for a 2-hour podcast for us, so that's pretty below average, I think.
Yeah, it is. So beer cans, yes. Oh, look at this.
2 little stumpies, but Hank, first and balls are going soon.
What's that? Can't hear you, big cunt. Hey, what's this?
Hank.
What's this? Hey.
Hank.
What's this?
What's this?
Fuck him. It's worse than his mum doesn't listen to a word. But yeah, we should get the dog on. We'll do a drink-a-thon. We'll do I am
Chris is going to shave her tits in solidarity.
Yeah. Oh, do it. Yes, Christina. Yes, do it, baby. I want to
So
see that.
if I get 2 nights with Mind Dog where we're both, he hasn't got a gig or we're not doing stuff, I'll get him drunk one night and I'll take a lot of edibles another night and we'll podcast live from the Mind Dog studio, high and drunk, and may end up sleeping together ultimately. And if that's how I get the MacBook Pro, I'll take it.
What it is. Yeah, of course you're gonna take it. Why wouldn't you fucking take it? It's a way in. It's a way in. But hey, now seems like a good time to promote Tuesday, Last Rides podcast, Friday the Movie-thon with Brett Brock.
Yeah, watch out Twitter for links. There is already something up on YouTube. The Predator watch along. I will be in the UK. The Wi-Fi should be good. We need to have a chat with Brock in the meantime. We'll also do a Prey trailer reaction thing. Just come, bring some drinks. We're going to have a few minutes before the show. Then we're going to watch the movie, and then we're going to have a few minutes after, and then we're going to kill it, right? A couple of hours. We're not going to make that too long. But the hardcore out there may or may not be a second link that gets thrown in the chat to go and have a post drink. So, and I'm sure people will like that because you do seem to like the longer drink-a-thons.
Hell yes.
Let's face it, he needs someone to talk to while he's drinking 24 hours a day.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, Tuesday. I guess at the moment it's 6 o'clock and 1 o'clock Eastern.
I'm easy, flexible, feezy.
We'll have to Jamie. We'll have to have a quick chat about food and stuff if you want a bit of a food break. Maybe we could do an extra 20 minutes break in between the things or something and get some food ready for the thing. I don't know. So if you need to eat some food,
shut the fuck out. I will. It's fine.
But yeah, I'll be eating. I might even eat on air. Fuck it. I can, whatever. I'll do what I like.
Yeah, I literally, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring some, if it's a movie-thon, I'm not going to bother eating food. I'm just going to bring snacks in. I'm going to get I might even make a curry and just bring it in the fucking room and get hurt and bring it in when I'm hungry. But curry. Hey, bring the curry, bitch.
You can switch the camera off and just have audio and stuff and knock in and out, eat the curry. Yeah. I might be doing that too. Yeah, getting Mind Dog fucked up in an American Power Hour. 5 beers in an hour, easy. Yeah.
Piss easy. Yeah.
I'll be fine, and he'll be hitting his wife. But
Yeah. Yep. I'll be live streaming that.
I fucking told her.
Yeah. Hey, Carl, can you hold her legs down so I can punch the legs? I don't want my dog.
Keeping up Guinness and Bud Light is a mistake. I could, but I would be way more drunk. I wouldn't be Ari Shafir level unconscious, but I would be hammered.
Yeah, be completely wankered. We could what we'll do, we come the autumn/winter months now, when we start obviously hibernating in the podcast rooms together again. We should maybe do like a drink for drink thing and just see how long it goes. But we drink the same beer though. We drink the same beer.
Yeah.
So we get 24 cans of fucking Grolsch, Budweiser, Heineken, whatever. We get them in and we just go drink for drink.
Yeah. All right.
On a pod.
I'll give it a go. I have to warm up and train up to it, but I think I can give it a go. I'll lose, but I'll lose gracefully and pass out.
I think I would probably flake up before you would, personally. I think I would.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we want to do a lot of stuff, a lot of challenges. Halloween, we still want to do 2 episodes in 2 different lots of fancy dress. So yeah, we can have guests on. They can dress up. You've got to dress up though if you're coming on. We'll see what we can do.
Make a mess.
Maybe hack on it. You can dress up as a skinny man.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. No, it's gonna be good. Halloween is approaching. We're gonna have a good one.
And then before we know it, it'll be Chris motherfucking Nurse.
Yeah, baby. And as you know from last year's experience, me and Carl You know, after the winter months, we've done a lot of podcasts. And even after we had long sessions of podcast, and the next day we was like, yeah, should we podcast? Yeah, let's podcast.
It was a wild time. Christmas is for depression. So, as two depressed men, we are here for your entertainment, and we'll drink for you and with you.
Yours, yes.
In those times, but I'm going to really try and not get a head injury this year. That's all I want for Christmas. No head injury.
Not a head injury. Yeah, our livers are basically our sacrificial goat to you. That's what they are.
Yeah.
No head injuries, though. No head injuries.
I agree. Yeah, it's definitely be a bad thing, but. Yeah, I think we'll get better at designing food. I'm not going to go. Well, I've done it. No, I did go 9 hours without eating on the drinkathon last month. So I'm talking bollocks. I did then go and eat pizza in bed. So
that's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We're all friends. It's okay.
At least I'm eating. So with the eyes closing, I notice the eye closes when I'm tired as well as drunk. So it must just be a brain shutdown thing.
Yeah. Hell fucking yeah, motherfucker.
I'll keep going on this beer for a little while. Yeah, I've been lacking sleep the last few days, but I don't think I've got time for a nap. But maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it's one of those what I could do with switching it off for a while. What was funny? I don't know. Rarely funny. So if you can let me know, that'd be nice. I'll write it down.
Hell yes.
Need some drinking game podcast episodes. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I got a couple of I sent Carl a couple of ideas the other day about some ideas for the podcast, and one of them would be great for a drinking game thing. We've got some between me and Carl. We got some really good ideas, and a lot of them would include alcohol for the guests as well.
We're gonna get together, and definitely now I'm back. We'll be back in the UK very soon, unless I die. We'll get more guests. We'll get more stuff organised. We'll be together more often. I'm gonna make my way to Wales more often, and to be honest, me travelling to Wales isn't much different than me seeing you anyway, because we still fucking, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still
yeah, but it's like I will I'll come and see you now and again. You come and see me. Stay down here. We'll figure all that shit out. It's just logistics, you know. We'll sort that out.
Yeah, and I just still want to do the thing where I stay in the city centre and get you around for a day and a night, and we bang up 3 or 4 pods. For your consideration.
Definitely, 100%.
Get a nice bit of food. You know, all that stuff going on. And Edinburgh, yeah, I'm still planning to come. We'll just see what happens. And we'll try and get 1 or 2 together and up there. And then I'm going to try and get more as well. So I'm trying to can some so I can just put them out on last rites over a week so I can be fucking lazy. But they'll also be good because they'll be in person, and they're always better in person. Always, always, always. So I just need to get my gear, which I really hope it's in my temporary digs and not in storage. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure I brought it there for a reason. So, if it is, then I can actually get nice videos and nice sounding audio and all nice together for you. So,
well, yeah. End of the year, what do you do if you to make it easier? Sometimes just send me some stuff and I can buy some stuff so it's here, so you haven't got to drag like X amount of shit through. You know what I mean? It just sends some stuff.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Like mics and cables are certainly fucking cheap anyway. I can just bring the little Zoom recorder. The quality, it makes such a difference when you got them holding the mic as well. Feels better. You can have a little bit of banter, stick it up your ass, fart mic. You know, it's always good.
Hell yes, hell fucking yeah, motherfucker.
That Ari Shafir Salvia video is so not only that, but yeah, he lived an entire life underwater, had underwater friends, went to school, had an underwater job in that 7 minutes. And when they pull him out and he's trying to breathe, he's actually learning to breathe air again because he had a whole lifetime underwater. I don't know if you've ever seen it, Jamie, but it's a great video. It's about 10 years old now, but it's Irish Fid Salvia. And I think Sam Tripoli, Brian Redban are all there trying to help him. And he's just always for a few minutes, wakes up. And then, and then he wrote on his website, he writes a blog about it, and it's just about his whole underwater life that he had. Years he spent underwater, nice. Like 5 years or something.
Yeah. Class. Bro, that's just unique stuff, though. Just completely fucking out there, isn't it? Just
about there. And that, 2023, I will be doing some kind of psychedelic, obviously mushrooms, but I will also do some ayahuasca or DMT next
Dream
year.
Crusher. I said to Dream Crusher, I am definitely going to get you. Go on. But if I'm going to do it, I don't want to be in this house. I want to be somewhere where I'm.
No, we're going to Amsterdam.
And just whatever. Just we'll do it. Like,
we're going to go and have. You got to do a lot of washing up the week before, because we'll be going for at least 3 nights, because you have to have a drink. You have to have at least one big drinker in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You've got to have at least one shrooms. And shrooms for me, I brought some last time I was there and I gave them away because I had a couple by the canal, but I get a bit anxious with a hangover and I don't think it's a good time to do it. So I think you take them first, do the shrooms, and then the next night you can do the drink, and then you can get high or drink, or just drink for the 3rd day. But yeah, having 3 nights, at least one recovery day.
Hell yes. Oh yeah, you can't go to Amsterdam for 1 night or 2. It's got to be a 3-hour, and definitely we should. But in the day, if the way I've explained to Katie and she understands, is podcasting is business. Okay, it's business. So
we got to put the graft in for a while before it starts benefiting us in any meaningful way. But
that's why we got to go to. That's why we have to go to Amsterdam for. We've got to go down and a place.
Damage.
And also, I think for a podcast, we need to go to one place to podcast. And I want to do this because I love the film. We have to go to Bruges.
Yeah, I actually did on my old audio-only podcast. I did a podcast from Belgium, but from Brussels, when I shit myself in a really bad way, green shit everywhere, and it was really embarrassing. But I did. So Bruges, I'm up for. Belgium's super small. You could do a night in Brussels and get the train to Bruges.
Yeah. And a night in Bruges podcast.
Because you get what you can do, you get like 3 or 4 podcasts, right? You get one when you get there. You can even get one on a train or something.
Yeah.
Or even on a plane these days. You can do a pod on the plane.
Yep.
Ari Shafir's done a couple of those recently.
Yep.
Just sticks his phone up and does it on a plane, pre-record. And then one when you get there nice and sober, one after a couple of beers, and then a hangover one. So I think 2 or 3 days away, you get 4 podcasts in the can.
Yeah, it's just it's continuity and quality, right? It's you got to put the graft in. You know what I mean? It's
So I want to do interesting stuff, different stuff, fun stuff, cool stuff, sick stuff, neat stuff. And then we'll do some weird shit, fun games. I'm not sure we'll do any pube beers. There was a Great Legion of Skanks where they made Ari Shafir as a Jewish man wear a Hitler mustache made of all their collective pubes, which was phenomenal. And he did it, to be fair.
That's incredible. It's beautiful. That's art, though. Yeah, that's art. Thank God. Well, the fuck we call it, but that's beautiful. It's incredible. Yeah, I have nothing but respect for that.
Yeah, and then it got to the times at Skankfest when they were piss on each other. There was one where he got his. He still gets naked on stage to this day. I think him and Bobby Lee are the last 2 that are doing it, and got his big balls out. And Luis J. Gomez got on his knees and punched his big balls on stage. It's another great video.
I got nothing but respect for that, brother.
It's just pure comedy fun without any worries. I'm not there in my head. There are some stuff. I'd never get my dick out on stage. Are you kidding me? It would literally be in 500 people's inbox the next day, and 498 of them would laugh, but probably never book me again. So.
Yeah, I haven't got a big dick. I have not got a big dick, but would I probably, maybe, I don't know. I don't care.
There was a guy in Southampton. I knew the guy that ran the show. He pissed on stage, which was bad though. You don't want that because other people go up after and he's pissed all over the stage.
That's just disgusting. That's fucking vile.
So he pissed everywhere, right? And said it's art. It's like an art form. And the bloke who's running it goes, no, it's fucking not. He goes, what are you doing? He was basically saying, I'll punch you in the fucking head to get out. And he go, no, I've got a mental illness. It's like, you can't.
That's disgusting. Yeah, that's just vile.
Yeah, what he sent me his picture, DM'd me his picture. And when you saw the guy's picture, you're like, yeah, that looks like a guy who pissed on the floor at a company night. That looks exactly like the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just fucking disgusting. There's just no need. Some people just take it to the extreme. Like, yeah, you don't need that. Maybe I would get my dick out and in a drunken rage, but I wouldn't piss on him. I'd rub it in his face.
I just think it's a dangerous time to be doing that, even for art.
Bin day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's like I know, love. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dream Crusher #1 reminded me of bin day tomorrow, and I'm like, yeah, I know, cunt. Hell yeah.
I'm going to get it out at my dog's house. I'm going to stick my dick on the back of his head when he's drunk and just have an egg next to it and put my dick on it, and I'll just go look at my 2 miss-sized balls and take a selfie.
Yeah, I would fucking do it. That's like rub your cock in his mustache. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, dog? What are you gonna do when it comes for you? Hell yes.
Sandra Blue is Pubraham Lincoln. I forgot about all that shit. Yeah. The pube beard. Yeah, I'm not personally. Nah, I'm not going to be sticking pubes on my face. It's just not for me. But I would do some. I would do some other fun stuff. It wasn't necessarily that.
I'm a nosy fucker.
I'm not eating arse blood or cum or whatever else it is, but I'll do some interesting things for attention. Bicking my head might be number 1. Let's start there.
Yeah. Well, bicking your head is one thing, but like sucking jizz and blood and whatever it's a different league.
Yeah, no fluid, no bodily fluid stuff, please. I'd cut a midget on there. I'd slice one, just in a place where it would die, not over a femoral artery. Just sort of nick an arm.
Yeah, but they need the publicity, right? They need. I mean, Willow is making a TV series on Disney Plus. Midgets need the audition tapes, right, for the next season. That's all you're doing. Giving them opportunities, I say.
It sounds like another camping trip, Kevin. Have a great time in an hour's time.
Yeah.
I'm liking your photos. I like the idea of getting out in fucking nature.
Did you see his drone footage? He sent me a link.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I did get a chance to watch it last night. I love it.
Great.
I'm going to get in the drones next year. When I stop bombing Middle Eastern women, I'm going to try and take some nice. I thought it's about this for an idea. We get one. We have it as just a third camera on a podcast outside somewhere. We have it like hovering round. If you can set it to fucking circle for half an hour.
Yeah.
Can you do that? I don't know. I'm sure you must do it in some sort of swarm program or something. And then that could be a third camera that we can cut to for an outdoor 3-camera shoot. Not live, obviously, but something like that.
Yeah. No, he sent me the drone footage. It's beautiful, but I couldn't help myself, so I changed the music to the intro to The Shining. Down, 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 down.
Yeah, I didn't hate the song, by the way, Kevin. The only thing I'd say is that it's everywhere. It's like it's all over TikTok and stuff, isn't it? And Reels. But
I'm a sucker for like anything like beautiful imagery and stuff. I get absorbed into it.
That's why I always joke about it, but I mean it. If I turn on a documentary and it doesn't start with a drone shot over a town, I'm almost one for out. I want that drone shot now, because you think back in the day, people used to hire a chopper for 25 grand.
Yeah.
Right now, you just get some dude to fly his drone for an hour, and you've got the footage. Like it's just phenomenal. Like how that's changed what you can shoot. And I do want to shoot some stuff with drones as well, maybe even for the web series stuff I want to do. But he's just getting used to flying the fucker. So I want to get a cheap one, fly it around, all right, get a shit camera on it, and then when I feel comfortable, get a better one, a better camera. And worst comes to worst, I'll pay a fucking drone operator for a couple of hours. But yeah, I want to use drone shit for a few different things.
Yeah,
including bomb in the Middle East.
Yeah. Obama, thank you for the drone strikes.
It was just a wedding in Iraq, and now I'm dead.
You could argue the king. She was asking for it
with her flowers until the bomb came through her nose.
Yeah. Oh, grandmother Petty Pose was asking for the bomb in Iraq.
But no one ever talks about collateral damage anymore.
No. She picked up a phone that belonged to someone in a terrorist cell, answered it 3 months later in a tower block. Picked up the phone and everyone went, oh no, this is an old woman with a phone. Obama went, no, fuck that bitch. Drone her ass.
So you output that to OBS offline, is it?
Hell yes.
Yeah, I'll be starting at the cheapest thing possible at first.
You don't want to be fucking spending out and then realize, oh, it's not for me. It's like, start with a cheap product.
It's just a time thing for me. I know I can get really into it. To stream it live to OBS. That's awesome. The sort of black box software, isn't it? You don't always know how good it is until you get it. I guess you got to make sure. I could get really into it, but it's just a time thing. Yeah, I could buy shit and it could sit in the corner after the first couple of things and I won't use it. It's just got to make sure that, once a month on a Saturday, I'm going to go out and film shit, practice on my little drone, and at least that regularly, That's what I need to hold myself to. But yeah, if there is a risk, I'll buy it and just don't do anything with it.
Yeah. Don't pull
easy view. Well, it sounds pretty awesome. And when I start getting into it, let me know as well. And it's always good. I don't know if you do, but in the description of YouTube, stick all the equipment you use in there as well, with links. That'd be pretty cool. Jay, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Do you know why?
Yeah, go on.
Because the last 2.5 days of whatever has been going into my system, I'm gonna shit straight through all the floors below me. It's just gonna strike like a fucking laser from a UFO. A brown cable is gonna go straight through this building and kill a child on the
do it, because I gotta go and eat as well. So you do go, you shit, and I got a perfect way to end this podcast. As soon as I press this button, right, I'm gonna shoot off, and you're gonna go for a shit, right? So are we good? We good to go?
Let's wrap it up, everyone. Thank you for hanging out.
Peace and love.
Awesome. If you're watching it back and you haven't already, just subscribe, give us a like and a share. It's nothing for you, but it will help us eventually to get fucking some numbers. It helps the old algorithms and my auntie Alga's rhythms. And I will sleep with a family member if you do so.
Exactly.
So every big milestone we get for subscribers, we'll do something crazy as well, like electrocute. So you really should.
Agree. And before you go, Carl, do your best Mind Dog impersonation to say goodbye.
Well, if it wasn't for that Batman Joe Logan, I would have been more successful.